Archetypes are universal models of behavior and personality. These models are inborn and reside within the collective unconscious. Archetypes influence thoughts, feelings, and actions, often unconsciously. These patterns shape fundamental aspects of the human experience. The Maiden archetype represents youth and innocence. The Maiden embodies new beginnings and potential. Enthusiasm and exploration are key characteristics of the Maiden. The Maiden possesses a sense of boundless possibility. The Maiden archetype is associated with purity and hope. The Maiden symbolizes the promise of what is yet to come. Living alone fosters independence and self-discovery. The Maiden archetype gains the freedom to explore her interests. Solitude allows for the development of identity. Without external pressures, independence empowers the individual to define their own path. Self-discovery leads to a deeper understanding of one's own values and beliefs. The Maiden archetype in solitude may experience feelings of loneliness. The Maiden archetype in solitude may experience a fear of commitment. The desire for exploration can conflict with the need for connection within the Maiden archetype. The internal conflict between exploration and connection creates tension for the Maiden archetype. The Maiden's desire for freedom can conflict with the need for stability. This conflict may lead to impulsive decisions. Impulsive decisions can stem from prioritizing immediate gratification over long-term planning. A lack of long-term planning can result from prioritizing freedom over security. The pursuit of freedom without considering stability may create unforeseen challenges. Balancing the desire for freedom with the need for stability is crucial for sustainable well-being. The Mother archetype embodies nurturing, compassion, and unconditional love. This archetype is characterized by empathy, support, and a desire to protect and nourish others. The mother figure provides caregiving and unwavering support. Unconditional love is a core attribute of the Mother archetype. Living alone allows for the Mother archetype to be directed inward. This inward focus fosters self-care, enabling the individual to prioritize personal well-being. Compassion towards oneself is cultivated through solitude, leading to greater emotional resilience. Living alone provides the space to develop a deep understanding of one's own needs and desires. This self-awareness empowers women to make choices that align with their authentic selves. Ultimately, solitude becomes a catalyst for personal growth and self-actualization. The Mother archetype in solitude may lead to neglecting personal needs. In solitude, the Mother archetype may overly focus on caring for others from a distance. The Mother archetype in isolation might project care onto pets or plants. The focus on external care can result in the suppression of personal desires and aspirations. This imbalance can lead to emotional exhaustion and a sense of unfulfillment. The archetype's self-sacrifice can create a cycle of unmet needs and increasing isolation. The nurturing instincts of a mother can conflict with the need for personal boundaries. This conflict may lead to overextending oneself to meet the needs of others. Overextension can result in feelings of resentment and emotional exhaustion. Balancing maternal care with self-care is essential for well-being. Establishing clear personal boundaries helps prevent burnout and maintain emotional health. Prioritizing self-care allows mothers to provide better support and care for their children. The Crone archetype embodies wisdom accumulated through life experiences. Intuition is a key characteristic of the Crone, representing deep inner knowing. The Crone symbolizes transformation, embracing change and endings as natural parts of life. Inner strength and insight define the Crone's ability to navigate life's challenges. Living alone fosters introspection, allowing for deep self-reflection. Solitude promotes self-acceptance, encouraging one to embrace their authentic self. The Crone archetype gains a deep connection to inner wisdom through solitary reflection. Space for reflection allows for a comprehensive review of one's life experiences. Embracing one's authentic self is a key benefit of the Crone's solitary existence. The Crone archetype finds strength and insight in her chosen solitude. The Crone archetype in solitude may experience isolation due to a strong desire for independence. This archetype's fear of vulnerability arises from the conflict between self-reliance and the need for connection. The tension between independence and the need for support can create internal conflict. Solitude can amplify the Crone's inherent strengths while exacerbating feelings of loneliness. Without connection, the Crone's wisdom and experience may remain untapped and unshared. The Crone's wisdom may conflict with the desire for novelty. This conflict can lead to resistance to change. Alternatively, it may result in clinging to outdated beliefs. The resistance to change stems from the perceived value of established knowledge. Clinging to outdated beliefs arises from a fear of the unknown. Balancing wisdom and novelty is essential for continued growth. The self-archetype represents wholeness and the integration of all aspects of the personality. This archetype embodies the realization of one's full potential and true nature. Authenticity and balance are key characteristics of the self-archetype. The self-archetype is associated with a deep sense of inner peace and contentment. Integrating the Maiden, Mother, and Crone archetypes enhances self-awareness. Living alone, a woman can integrate archetypes to achieve empowerment. Archetypal integration allows a woman to navigate her tensions more effectively. Embracing archetypes supports living authentically. The Maiden archetype represents youth, potential, and new beginnings. The Mother archetype embodies nurturing, creativity, and compassion. This exercise aims to identify the two most dominant archetypes currently influencing your life. Consider your recent thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to determine archetype prominence. Archetype identification involves reflecting on patterns in your daily experiences. Dominant archetypes are those that most consistently shape your perceptions and actions. Understanding your dominant archetypes provides insight into your motivations and decision-making processes. This self-assessment exercise fosters enhanced self-awareness and personal growth. Journaling involves recording specific instances of expressing Maiden, Mother, and Crone archetypes. The Maiden archetype can be expressed through qualities of innocence, enthusiasm, and new beginnings. The Mother archetype embodies nurturing, compassion, and creation. The Crone archetype signifies wisdom, experience, and transformation. Documenting these expressions facilitates self-awareness and archetype integration. Identifying personal strengths involves recognizing qualities and abilities demonstrated across various life experiences. Each archetype possesses unique strengths that contribute to personal growth and achievement. Documenting specific instances where strengths were applied provides concrete evidence of capabilities. Reflecting on past successes helps to understand how individual strengths have facilitated positive outcomes. Recognized strengths can be leveraged to overcome challenges and achieve future goals. Understanding the impact of personal strengths fosters self-awareness and confidence. Identify personal tensions and challenges associated with each identified archetype. Analyze the impact of these tensions on overall well-being. Visualizing the connection between archetypal tensions and personal well-being facilitates self-awareness. Recognizing these tensions is a crucial step in personal growth and self-management. Understanding the effect of archetypal tensions promotes strategies for improved mental and emotional health. The fourth step involves assessing which archetypes are most dominant in one's life. Dominance is determined by the frequency with which an archetype is expressed. The intensity of expression also contributes to an archetype's dominance. Journaling provides a means of tracking and understanding the expression of different archetypes. Identifying the two most dominant archetypes requires careful consideration of both frequency and intensity. This assessment helps to understand current behavioral patterns and psychological tendencies. Dominant archetypes often reflect deeply ingrained personal values and experiences. Life experiences significantly shape the expression and manifestation of these archetypes. Personal reflection is crucial for understanding the influence of archetypes on individual behavior. Archetypal dominance can be attributed to a combination of internal beliefs and external pressures. Identifying dominant archetypes provides insights into personal motivations and decision-making processes. Integration of archetypes involves identifying and understanding their individual roles within one's personality. A balanced expression of archetypes leads to a more complete and harmonious personality. Steps to integrate archetypes include self-reflection and conscious effort to incorporate their strengths. Better integration requires active engagement with each archetype's potential contributions to one's life. Achieving wholeness involves acknowledging and embracing all aspects of one's self, including archetypal influences. Greater wholeness is achieved through consistent practice and mindful awareness of archetypal dynamics. Understanding the Maiden, Mother, and Crone archetypes allows women living alone to cultivate a richer life. Embracing these archetypes leads to a more meaningful existence. Embracing these archetypes leads to a more fulfilling existence. Self-awareness is key to unlocking inner potential within these archetypes. By integrating these archetypes, women can achieve a more balanced and complete sense of self. The Maiden archetype represents youth, innocence, and the promise of new beginnings. This archetype embodies freedom, exploration, and a connection to nature. The maiden is often associated with a sense of wonder and discovery. The maiden archetype highlights potential and the journey of self-discovery. The mother archetype embodies nurturing instincts and the provision of care. Self-care is a key aspect of the mother archetype, representing the ability to nurture oneself. Tender care and attention are symbolized through the act of nurturing a living being. The houseplant serves as a visual metaphor for the growth and well-being that results from nurturing. This visualization represents the importance of both giving and receiving care in a balanced manner. The crone archetype embodies wisdom, experience, and introspection. Meditation symbolizes the crone's reflective and contemplative nature. Quiet introspection allows for the distillation of life lessons and insights. The crone represents the culmination of a life lived and the wisdom gained from it. This archetype emphasizes inner strength and self-reliance. The crone archetype is a symbol of profound understanding and acceptance. The maiden archetype represents a phase of exploration and self-discovery. This archetype encourages individuals to venture into the unknown and learn about their capabilities. Self-discovery involves understanding one's own values, beliefs, and aspirations. Exploration is a key component of the maiden archetype, leading to personal growth and development. The maiden archetype is often associated with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to embrace new experiences. The mother archetype emphasizes the importance of self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding during difficult times. Nurturing one's own needs is a key aspect of the mother archetype. Prioritizing self-care allows individuals to replenish their emotional and mental resources. Self-compassion fosters resilience and emotional well-being. The mother archetype encourages a balanced approach to giving and receiving care. The crone archetype embodies wisdom gained through life experiences. This archetype signifies acceptance of life's natural transitions and cycles. The crone's wisdom is often associated with intuition and deep understanding. This archetype encourages introspection and self-reflection as paths to inner peace. The crone archetype represents the power of aging and the beauty of accumulated knowledge. The maiden archetype embodies youth, representing the initial stage of life. Innocence is a core attribute of the maiden, signifying purity and naivete. The maiden symbolizes potential, suggesting untapped abilities and future growth. The maiden archetype represents the promise of what is to come, full of unrealized possibilities. The concept of mother is often associated with nurturing qualities. Compassion is a core attribute linked to the role of a mother. Caregiving is a fundamental aspect of motherhood. Nurturing involves providing support and encouragement for growth and development. Mothers often exhibit a high degree of empathy and understanding. The role of a mother is essential for the well-being and development of children. The crone archetype embodies wisdom accumulated through life's experiences. This archetype signifies the transformative power of aging and introspection. The crone's wisdom is a guiding light, illuminating the path forward. Experience shapes the crone, imbuing her with deep understanding and insight. Transformation is a continuous process, leading to greater self-awareness and acceptance. The crone represents the culmination of life's journey, a source of profound knowledge and guidance. The sprouting of a seed symbolizes the initial stage of growth and potential. Early growth represents the development and nurturing of foundational elements. Continued growth and maturation signify the accumulation of strength and resilience. A mature tree embodies the culmination of life cycle stages, representing wisdom and stability. The maiden, mother, and crone archetypes represent interconnected phases of a woman's life cycle. Each archetype embodies unique characteristics and roles within the cycle of life and womanhood. The cyclical model emphasizes the continuous transformation and evolution inherent in the female experience. Understanding these archetypes provides insight into the diverse aspects of female identity and development. Nature-inspired imagery can symbolize life's continuous flow. Visual metaphors can represent the cyclical nature of existence. Flowing water often represents the passage of time and the constant change in life. The changing seasons provide a visual representation of life's different stages. A butterfly's metamorphosis symbolizes transformation and renewal. Sunrise and sunset can be used to mark the beginning and end of a phase. Guided meditation connects the individual with archetypal energies. The maiden archetype embodies new beginnings and youthful potential. The mother archetype represents nurturing, creation, and abundance. The Crone archetype symbolizes wisdom, completion, and transformative power. Integration of these archetypes fosters inner balance and self-understanding. Journaling prompts encourage introspection and self-discovery. Recalling moments of connection with one's inner maiden can evoke feelings of purity and potential. The inner maiden archetype represents innocence, new beginnings, and untapped potential. Journaling about this connection facilitates a deeper understanding of personal growth and self-awareness. Exploring past experiences through journaling can reveal patterns and insights related to this archetype. Reflecting on the inner maiden fosters a sense of hope and possibility for the future. Journaling prompts encourage introspection and self-reflection. Writing about self-compassion fosters a nurturing inner dialogue. Self-care practices, like journaling, activate the mother archetype, promoting emotional well-being. Documenting moments of self-compassion reinforces positive self-perception. Journaling serves as a tool to cultivate a compassionate relationship with oneself. Inner wisdom, embodied by the Crone archetype, represents accumulated knowledge and life experience. Drawing upon inner wisdom involves accessing deep-seated understanding and intuition. Journaling serves as a tool to explore and articulate the insights gained from inner reflection. Reflecting on past experiences can reveal patterns and inform future decisions through the lens of inner wisdom. The labyrinth serves as a visual metaphor for the journey of self-discovery. Navigating the labyrinth symbolizes the process of exploring one's inner self. Each turn and dead end in the labyrinth represents challenges and obstacles in the journey of self-understanding. The center of the labyrinth represents the integrated self, the ultimate goal of the journey. Integration of archetypes is visualized as the successful completion of the labyrinth's path. The butterfly's emergence from a chrysalis symbolizes transformation. This transformation embodies the Crone archetype, representing wisdom and the end of a cycle. The Crone archetype signifies the culmination of life experiences and the acceptance of aging. The butterfly's metamorphosis into the crone reflects the cyclical nature of life and rebirth. The full moon symbolizes intuition and the crone's profound connection to inner wisdom. As a symbol, the full moon represents the culmination of cycles and the peak of intuitive insight. The Crone archetype embodies wisdom gained through experience and deep introspection, mirroring the moon's reflective nature. The moon's phases represent the cyclical nature of intuition, from initial glimmer to full realization. The full moon serves as a visual metaphor for the crone's ability to illuminate hidden truths through inner knowing. The crone's intuitive wisdom, like the full moon, provides clarity and guidance in navigating life's complexities. The blooming flower symbolizes the beauty and potential associated with the maiden archetype. The maiden archetype represents purity, innocence, and new beginnings. The flower's growth stages mirror the maiden's journey of self-discovery and development. The vibrant colors of the flower reflect the maiden's energy, optimism, and vitality. The mother archetype is symbolically represented by a nurturing and caring home environment. This archetype embodies the qualities of protection, empathy, and unconditional love. The home symbolizes a safe haven, offering emotional support and a sense of belonging. The archetype's influence fosters growth, security, and emotional well-being. This symbolic imagery is often associated with themes of family, comfort, and emotional support. Gentle, calming music can enhance an introspective mood. Music's calming effect can be visually represented through flowing, harmonious forms. The introspective mood is enhanced by gentle sound waves and serene visuals. Visualizing the calming effect of music involves abstract representations of tranquility and peace. The combination of sound and visuals can create a powerful sense of introspection. Abstract visualizations of sound and light can evoke feelings of serenity and introspection. Nature sounds enhance the perception of environmental interconnectedness. The auditory experience of nature fosters a deeper connection to the earth. Nature sounds are intrinsically linked to the cyclical nature of life. The Earth's soundscape provides a constant reminder of ecological processes. Experiencing natural sounds promotes awareness of the environment's vital role. Archetypes represent universal, inherited predispositions to perceive and respond to the world in certain ways. These archetypes manifest as recurring patterns in myths, dreams, and individual behavior. Understanding archetypes can provide insights into personal motivations and psychological development. Integrating archetypal energies can lead to greater self-awareness and personal wholeness. Achieving balance involves equally distributing weight or force to maintain equilibrium. Harmony is attained when different elements coexist peacefully and synergistically. Inner balance refers to the mental and emotional stability within an individual. Achieving inner harmony involves aligning one's actions with one's values and beliefs. The integration of balance and harmony leads to a state of well-being and fulfillment. Self-acceptance is characterized by contentment and happiness in one's own company. Personal fulfillment stems from accepting oneself without external validation. True happiness arises from internal validation rather than external approval. Embracing individuality cultivates self-acceptance and inner peace. The maiden stage represents a beginning, characterized by innocence and potential. The mother stage signifies nurturing, creation, and the responsibilities of care. The crone stage embodies wisdom, experience, and the acceptance of aging and transformation. These three stages represent a cycle of growth and transformation. The self integrates all stages, representing wholeness and acceptance. A smoothly flowing river symbolizes the integration of archetypes. The river's continuous flow represents a balanced and harmonious life. Integration of archetypes leads to a state of inner equilibrium. A balanced life reflects the harmonious interaction of various aspects of the self. The river's journey mirrors the personal journey towards self-realization and wholeness. Self-reflection involves a deliberate examination of one's thoughts, feelings, and actions. Journaling is a tool used to facilitate self-reflection by recording personal experiences and insights. Regular self-reflection can lead to increased self-awareness and personal growth. Self-reflection aids in identifying patterns in behavior and emotional responses. Understanding personal values and beliefs is a key outcome of self-reflective practices. Self-reflection enables more informed decision-making and improved problem-solving skills. The crone archetype embodies wisdom gained through experience and reflection. Standing on the mountaintop symbolizes a vantage point of clear perspective and understanding. The crone represents the culmination of a life's journey, offering guidance and foresight. Her presence evokes a sense of deep connection to the natural world and the cycles of life. Preparing a healthy meal represents an act of self-care. Self-care involves prioritizing one's own well-being and health. Nutritious meals contribute to physical and mental health. Consistent self-care practices enhance overall quality of life. Self-care can be a simple yet powerful way to recharge and rejuvenate. Prioritizing self-care leads to increased energy and resilience. The upward gaze symbolizes a sense of possibility and wonder. Looking towards the sky represents hope and the anticipation of future opportunities. The act of looking up can be interpreted as an expression of optimism and aspiration. This perspective evokes a feeling of potential and the vastness of what lies ahead. The time-lapse captures the complete life cycle of a plant, from seed to flower. This visual representation illustrates the unfolding of inherent potential within the seed. Each stage of growth is a step towards realizing the plant's full potential. The time-lapse condenses weeks or months of growth into a short, visually engaging sequence. The transformation from a dormant seed to a blooming flower exemplifies the realization of potential. The maiden archetype represents youth, purity, and new beginnings. The mother archetype embodies nurturing, fertility, and creation. The crone archetype symbolizes wisdom, experience, and endings. These three archetypes, maiden, mother, and crone, represent different stages of life. Each archetype possesses unique qualities and characteristics. The maiden archetype embodies joy, spontaneity, and a youthful spirit. Dance serves as a visual metaphor for the maiden's uninhibited expression and freedom. Slow motion amplifies the nuances of movement, highlighting the grace and carefree nature of the archetype. The maiden archetype represents a stage of potential and new beginnings. The dance symbolizes the maiden's journey of self-discovery and exploration. The maiden's energy is characterized by lightness, optimism, and a sense of limitless possibility. The act of cleaning and organizing symbolizes the nurturing and caring role traditionally associated with motherhood. This domestic activity represents a dedication to creating a safe and comfortable environment. The fast motion emphasizes the constant effort and energy involved in maintaining a home. This nurturing role fosters a sense of stability and well-being within the family unit. The photograph depicts an elderly woman, symbolizing the crone archetype. The crone represents wisdom accumulated through life experiences. Her age signifies the passage of time and the depth of her understanding. The black and white aesthetic emphasizes timelessness and enduring qualities. The crone embodies a stage of life marked by reflection and insight. This image serves as a visual representation of the crone's profound wisdom and life journey. The maiden archetype is represented through vibrant colors. The mother archetype is associated with warm colors. The crone archetype is depicted using muted colors. Color palettes differentiate the maiden, mother, and crone archetypes. The sound of birds chirping symbolizes a deep connection to the natural world. Birdsong often represents freedom, peace, and harmony with the environment. In many cultures, birds are seen as messengers, linking the earthly and spiritual realms. The presence of birds can indicate a healthy and thriving ecosystem. Birdsong can evoke a sense of tranquility and serve as a reminder of nature's beauty. A gentle heartbeat sound effect symbolizes maternal nurturing and care. The sound evokes feelings of comfort, security, and unconditional love. The heartbeat sound represents the fundamental life-giving connection between mother and child. This auditory cue is often used to create a sense of empathy and emotional resonance. The heartbeat sound effect can be used to establish a primal and deeply moving connection with the audience. The sound of wind blowing through trees represents the crone's wisdom. The crone archetype embodies accumulated knowledge and life experience. Wind's passage through the forest symbolizes the crone's connection to nature. The crone's wisdom is often associated with understanding natural cycles. The sound of wind evokes a sense of timelessness and enduring knowledge. The crone's experience is a valuable resource for guidance and insight. Archetypes are fluid and dynamic concepts. The boundaries between archetypes are not rigid. Archetypes can transform and evolve over time. Visual transition symbolizes the fluidity of archetypes. A wipe effect is a video transition where one shot replaces another by traveling from one side of the frame to the other. The wipe effect symbolizes the passage of time and the progression of events. The wipe transition can represent a change in location or perspective. Wipe effects are commonly used to create a sense of closure or continuation between scenes. Different wipe styles, such as linear, radial, or patterned, can convey different emotional tones. Visual transition employs a fade effect to symbolize the integration of archetypes. The fading effect represents the blending and merging of distinct elements. Integration signifies the creation of a cohesive whole from individual components. Archetypes initially separate, converge to form a unified concept. The transition highlights the synthesis of diverse characteristics. The unified form embodies the combined essence of the integrated archetypes. The maiden archetype represents youth, purity, and new beginnings. The mother archetype embodies nurturing, fertility, and creation. The crone archetype symbolizes wisdom, transformation, and the end of cycles. These archetypes represent different stages of life and aspects of the feminine experience. Each archetype offers unique strengths and perspectives. Understanding these archetypes provides insight into personal growth and the cyclical nature of existence. Archetypes manifest in daily life through recurring patterns of behavior and thought. The hero archetype might be expressed through acts of courage, leadership, or problem-solving at work or in personal relationships. The caregiver archetype is often seen in nurturing roles, providing support, and showing empathy towards others. The rebel archetype may surface as questioning authority, challenging norms, or advocating for change. The integration of archetypes presents challenges in maintaining distinct identities. Conflicting traits among archetypes can lead to internal inconsistencies during integration. Successfully integrating archetypes requires careful balancing to avoid diluting their core essence. Contextual relevance is crucial when integrating archetypes to ensure the resulting combination remains meaningful. The wound represents a point of vulnerability and openness. Light symbolizes insight, healing, and spiritual awakening. The entry of light signifies transformation and growth through adversity. Rumi's quote suggests that suffering can be a catalyst for spiritual enlightenment. The pursuit of new goals and dreams is ageless. Setting new objectives is a lifelong opportunity. Dreams provide continuous motivation and purpose, regardless of age. Personal growth is not limited by age. It is a continuous journey. Embracing new aspirations fosters a sense of renewal and vitality at any stage of life. Self-care is essential for maintaining personal well-being and effectiveness. Prioritizing self-care is not selfish. It is a necessary investment in oneself. Individuals cannot effectively support others if their own needs are unmet. Personal resources are finite and require replenishment through self-care practices. Consistent self-care enhances resilience and the ability to handle stress effectively. Neglecting self-care leads to depletion, hindering one's capacity to care for others. A mandala is a symbolic representation of the self, embodying wholeness and integration. The structure of a mandala reflects the interconnectedness of various elements within the psyche. Each component within the mandala contributes to the overall harmony and balance of the integrated self. The mandala serves as a visual tool for meditation and self-discovery, promoting psychological integration. Through contemplation of the mandala, one can achieve a deeper understanding of their inner world and personal growth. A peaceful and uplifting melody represents the potential for a balanced and fulfilling life. The melody structure embodies the harmony between different aspects of life. Uplifting tones within the melody symbolize hope and the possibility of personal growth. The final audio aims to evoke a sense of inner peace and contentment. Archetypes represent recurring figures and patterns found across different cultures and time periods. The solitary woman is a recurring archetype, manifesting in figures such as the wise woman, the witch, and the spinster. Each archetype of the solitary woman embodies a distinct set of characteristics and societal roles. The wise woman archetype often represents knowledge, guidance, and a connection to ancient traditions. The witch archetype embodies independence, power, and a connection to the mystical and natural world. The wise woman archetype embodies knowledge, healing, and guidance within a community. She often lives on the periphery, maintaining a unique perspective and connection to nature. Her skills include herbal medicine, providing natural remedies for various ailments. Midwifery is another key skill, assisting in childbirth and ensuring the safe arrival of new life. Counseling enables her to offer guidance and support, helping individuals navigate life's challenges. In many traditional societies, the village healer embodies the wise woman archetype. She uses her knowledge of plants and natural remedies to treat illnesses and injuries. The village healer plays a vital role in the well-being of the community. The healer's wisdom and knowledge are essential for the health and survival of the village. The witch archetype is often associated with supernatural powers, magic, and a connection to the natural world. Historically, witches have been both revered and feared. Witches represent a challenge to establish social norms and power structures. The witch archetype embodies a complex duality of power and vulnerability. This archetype reflects humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown and the untamed. Historical witch hunts involve the persecution and demonization of women accused of witchcraft. Accusations of witchcraft often led to severe punishments and social ostracization. The historical trauma of witch hunts has contributed to the negative connotations associated with the witch archetype. The demonization of women during witch hunts was often rooted in societal fears and prejudices. Historical records reveal the systematic targeting of marginalized women during witch hunt periods. The legacy of witch hunts continues to influence perceptions and stereotypes surrounding female power and independence. Baba Yaga is a prominent figure in Slavic folklore, embodying the archetype of a witch. She dwells in a hut located deep within the forest, symbolizing her isolation and connection to the wild. Baba Yaga is portrayed as a powerful figure, capable of both offering assistance and posing a threat. Her ambiguous nature makes her a complex character in Slavic tales. Baba Yaga's character serves as a cautionary figure, highlighting the unpredictable nature of power and magic. The spinster archetype represents a woman unmarried beyond a socially expected age. This archetype often carries connotations of societal anomaly and perceived failure to meet marital expectations. Common stereotypes associated with the spinster archetype include loneliness, bitterness, and unfulfilled potential. The spinster archetype reflects historical and cultural biases regarding women's roles and marital status. Historically, societal expectations place significant pressure on women to marry. Traditional gender roles often dictated a woman's worth and social standing based on her marital status. The spinster figure represented a deviation from the expected norm of marriage for women. Deviating from traditional gender roles had social and economic consequences for unmarried women. Miss Havisham, a character from Great Expectations, exemplifies the spinster archetype in literature. The spinster archetype is characterized by negative stereotypes associated with unmarried women. Miss Havisham's bitterness and reclusiveness stem from being jilted on her wedding day. Her abandonment led to her embodying the negative traits often attributed to unmarried women. Miss Havisham's character serves as a cautionary tale about the societal pressures and expectations placed on women. Through Miss Havisham, Dickens critiques the societal judgment and limited roles assigned to unmarried women in Victorian England. Carl Jung introduced the concept of the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious is a shared reservoir of universal experiences. Symbols and archetypes are key components of the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious contains inherited experiences passed down through generations. These inherited experiences influence human behavior and understanding. The collective unconscious provides a foundation for universal human understanding. Archetypes are universal patterns of behavior and imagery derived from the collective unconscious. These archetypes influence individuals' thoughts, feelings, and perceptions of the world. Carl Jung posited that archetypes manifest as recurring themes across cultures and throughout history. Understanding archetypes provides insight into fundamental aspects of human nature and behavior. Archetypes of solitary women are connected to the collective unconscious. These archetypes are deeply ingrained in our cultural psyche. Cultural myths reinforce the presence and influence of these archetypes. These ingrained archetypes shape our expectations and judgments. The script explores the connection between these archetypes and the collective unconscious. Archetypes like the wise woman, witch, and spinster influence societal expectations of women. These archetypes shape perceptions of women's roles, relationships, and life choices. Societal expectations can pressure women to conform to traditional norms. Women who choose to live outside traditional norms may face limited opportunities. These societal expectations can limit opportunities for women who choose to live outside traditional norms. Negative stereotypes associated with witch and spinster archetypes can induce internalized shame. Internalized shame disproportionately affects women who are unmarried or do not conform to traditional gender roles. This internalized shame negatively impacts self-esteem, creating feelings of inadequacy and worthlessness. Feelings of internalized shame can lead to a diminished sense of belonging and social isolation. The cumulative effect of internalized shame undermines psychological well-being and overall life satisfaction. Archetypes can be reclaimed and reinterpreted to represent positive attributes. The wise woman archetype can symbolize independence, knowledge, and profound understanding. The witch archetype can be seen as a symbol of empowerment and connection to nature. The spinster archetype can represent self-sufficiency, freedom, and individual strength. The Beguines were lay religious women who lived in autonomous communities in medieval Europe. Beguines devoted themselves to prayer, charity, and independent work. The Beguines challenged traditional expectations for women's lives in medieval society. Beguine communities were self-governed, allowing women to control their own resources and activities. The Beguines' independent work provided them with economic autonomy and social influence. Beguines represent a historical example of women living outside traditional societal structures. These women supported themselves through their own labor, achieving economic independence. Beguine communities fostered mutual support and empowerment among their members. Their lifestyle allowed for self-sufficiency and autonomy, challenging conventional gender roles. The Beguines model provides a historical precedent for alternative social organizations. This historical example illustrates the potential for women's independence and community-based support systems. Miko, or shrine maidens, are women who serve at Shinto shrines in Japanese tradition. Miko perform rituals, dances, and other sacred duties within the Shinto shrine. These sacred duties are integral to the Shinto religious practices and traditions. The Miko's role is deeply rooted in the cultural and spiritual heritage of Japan. Miko serve as a connection between the human and divine realms within Shinto beliefs. Miko hold a respected spiritual role within their communities. Miko often remain unmarried, dedicating their lives to serving the gods. This dedication exemplifies a culture that values unmarried women in specific spiritual contexts. The spiritual role of Miko provides an example of female empowerment. Miko's independence is rooted in their commitment to the divine and their community. The Miko's role demonstrates a unique form of societal structure. The script prompts viewers to reflect on their initial perceptions of single women. This encourages examination of personal biases and assumptions about solitary women. The reflection prompt aims to reveal the influence of cultural myths on individual perceptions. Viewers are challenged to consider how societal narratives shape their understanding of single women's lives. The concluding prompt seeks to deconstruct preconceived notions and promote a more nuanced perspective. It is important to challenge negative cultural myths surrounding solitary women. Cultural myths often portray solitary women in a negative or incomplete light. Recognizing the diversity of women's lives is essential to dismantling harmful stereotypes. Women's value should not be determined by their marital status or relationships. Challenging these myths promotes a more inclusive and equitable society. Acknowledging the multifaceted contributions of women enriches society as a whole. The script promotes further investigation into the varied experiences of solitary women across different cultures. It emphasizes the importance of understanding the perspectives and voices of women living alone throughout history. Exploring these diverse experiences provides a richer understanding of social and historical contexts. Listening to these voices reveals the unique challenges and triumphs faced by women living independently. A serene landscape symbolizes healing and knowledge through a wise woman tending a garden of herbs. The garden's herbs represent a source of traditional healing and medicinal knowledge. The woman's presence embodies experience and the passing down of ancestral wisdom. The landscape's tranquility reflects inner peace and the balance between nature and knowledge. The act of gardening symbolizes nurturing and the cultivation of both physical and mental well-being. The overall scene visualizes the interconnectedness of nature, wisdom, and healing. The scene depicts a woman in a dark forest, symbolizing power and a connection to nature. The ritual under the moonlight signifies an act of empowerment and communion with natural forces. The dark forest setting represents the untamed and mysterious aspects of nature. The moonlight serves as a visual representation of magical energy and spiritual illumination. The woman's attire and posture suggest a deep understanding and respect for the natural world. The overall composition evokes a sense of ancient wisdom and the enduring power of nature. The visual representation of a spinster emphasizes independence and intellectual pursuits. Books symbolize knowledge, self-sufficiency, and a life dedicated to learning. The setting suggests a space where intellectual growth and personal freedom are fostered. The absence of other figures reinforces the concept of self-reliance and solitary exploration. This visual interpretation challenges traditional stereotypes associated with the term spinster. The collective unconscious is a shared reservoir of human experience. This reservoir contains universal symbols and archetypes. These symbols and images represent shared human experiences and instincts. The collective, unconscious, influences individual behavior and understanding. It serves as a foundation for common human understanding and empathy. Beguines were communities of women who lived and worked together, often without formal vows. These communities provided women with a space for independence and self-sufficiency. The workshop environment fostered a sense of shared purpose and mutual support among the women. Beguine communities often engaged in various forms of labor, contributing to the local economy and their own sustenance. A miko is a shrine maiden who performs ritual dances at Shinto shrines. The ritual dance represents the miko's spiritual role and dedication to the shrine. Shinto shrines serve as sacred spaces for worship and connection with the divine. The miko's performance embodies the essence of Shinto traditions and spiritual practices. Visual representation allows audiences to contemplate their own biases. The act of contemplation encourages individuals to confront their assumptions. Diverse perspectives foster a deeper understanding of personal biases. Recognizing and addressing biases is crucial for objective understanding. Self-reflection is a continuous process of identifying and correcting personal assumptions. The wise woman embodies knowledge, offering guidance and insight. Her wisdom is a resource for those seeking help and understanding. The wise woman provides healing through her deep understanding. She is a figure of experience, accumulated over a lifetime of learning. The wise woman's knowledge serves as a beacon for those in need. The witch embodies power and a deep connection to the natural world. Witches challenge societal norms and conventional expectations. The witch's image is a symbol of independence and self-reliance. Historically, the witch represents a figure of both fear and reverence. A spinster is defined as a woman who remains unmarried. Historically, spinsters have faced societal pressure and judgment due to their unmarried status. The term spinster carries connotations of being an old maid or lacking social fulfillment. Societal expectations often dictate a woman's worth based on her marital status. Despite societal pressures, many unmarried women lead fulfilling and independent lives. The collective unconscious, as proposed by Jung, is a universal reservoir of experiences shared by all humanity. This shared unconscious contains archetypes, which are universal, inherited predispositions to experience and perceive the world. These archetypes influence our perceptions and shape our understanding of the world around us. The collective unconscious transcends individual experience, connecting us to the accumulated wisdom of past generations. Understanding the collective unconscious can provide insights into human behavior and cultural patterns. Beguines were women who lived independently, often without formal religious vows. These women supported themselves through various means, such as weaving, nursing, and other skilled trades. Beguines formed communities that empowered women through mutual support and shared resources. The Beguine movement provided an alternative path for women outside of marriage or traditional religious orders. Miko are shrine maidens in Japanese tradition. Miko hold a respected spiritual role within Shinto shrines. Historically, Miko served as intermediaries between humans and the divine. Miko perform various duties, including ritual dances and assisting priests. The attire of a Miko typically includes a white kimono top and red hakama. Miko continue to be an important part of Shinto shrine traditions today. Cultural myths significantly shape initial perceptions of single women. Early narratives often establish the foundational understanding of single women's roles and identities. Personal experiences and societal messages combine to form individual perspectives on single women. Reflecting on these influences allows for a critical examination of ingrained biases and stereotypes. Understanding the origin of these stories promotes a more nuanced and empathetic view of single women's lives. Knowledge is a fundamental attribute associated with the wise woman. Healing is a core function provided by the wise woman. Guidance is a key service offered by the wise woman. The wise woman embodies knowledge, healing, and guidance. These attributes define the essence of the wise woman's role. Text overlays are visual elements added to video content to provide information or context. Text overlays enhance viewer understanding by providing real-time information. Effective text overlays are concise, legible, and visually consistent with the video's theme. Text overlays can include titles, subtitles, annotations, and data visualizations. Animated text overlays add visual interest and draw viewer attention to key information. Careful placement and timing of text overlays are crucial for optimal impact and readability. Independence represents the state of being free from outside control or influence. Self-sufficiency embodies the ability to provide for one's own needs without external assistance. Freedom signifies the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants, without hindrances. Independence fosters autonomy in decision-making and personal development. Self-sufficiency promotes resilience and resourcefulness in challenging situations. Freedom enables the pursuit of personal goals and the expression of individual identity. The collective unconscious is a shared reservoir of human experience. This reservoir contains universal archetypes and primordial images. These archetypes influence individual behavior and thought patterns. The collective unconscious transcends personal experience. It represents the accumulated wisdom and experiences of humanity. Beguines represent a historical model of female independence. Self-sufficiency was a core tenet of the Beguine movement. Beguines formed close-knit communities, supporting each other economically and spiritually. The Beguine lifestyle allowed women to pursue religious devotion outside of traditional monastic orders. Beguine communities often engaged in charitable work, providing care for the sick and poor. The Beguine movement offered women greater autonomy and control over their lives. Miko serve a vital spiritual role within their communities. Dedication to spiritual practice is a core aspect of a Miko's life. Respect for tradition and ritual is paramount in the Miko's duties. Miko maintain sacred spaces and perform purification rituals. The spiritual role of a Miko embodies both tradition and community service. Miko's dedication and respect ensure the continuity of spiritual customs. Assumptions are beliefs accepted as true without proof, influencing perceptions and decisions. Challenging assumptions involves critical examination of underlying beliefs to uncover potential biases. Unexamined assumptions can lead to flawed reasoning and ineffective problem-solving. Reflection on assumptions promotes intellectual flexibility and adaptability in changing environments. Serene and calming music evokes a sense of wisdom and healing. The music's composition reflects a deep understanding of emotional resonance. Harmonic progressions create a sense of tranquility and inner peace. Melodic contours symbolize the journey of healing and self-discovery. Subtle instrumentation enhances the music's therapeutic qualities. The music's overall structure promotes relaxation and mental clarity. The music evokes a sense of mystery, hinting at hidden knowledge and arcane practices. The powerful nature of the music suggests a force capable of influencing events and shaping reality. The music's connection to nature implies a deep understanding of the natural world and its rhythms. The witch-like quality of the music suggests a blend of ancient wisdom and potent magic. The combination of mystery, power, and nature creates a unique and compelling sonic landscape. Independent music embodies self-sufficiency and artistic freedom. Thoughtful musical compositions reflect inner contemplation and emotional depth. Spinster music evokes a sense of autonomy and personal expression. The essence of spinster music lies in its unique blend of independence and creativity. Music can be seen as a collective unconscious, reflecting shared human experiences. Ethereal music evokes a sense of shared emotional and psychological states. Atmospheric music creates a sense of immersion and connection to universal themes. The collective unconscious, as expressed through music, transcends individual boundaries. Music serves as a medium for expressing and exploring the depths of the human psyche. Beguy's music embodies uplifting and empowering themes. The music reflects a sense of independence through its melodic structure. Harmonic elements within Beguy's music foster a feeling of community. Rhythmic patterns in the music contribute to its empowering and uplifting qualities. The overall composition of Beguy's music creates a sense of unity and strength. Traditional Japanese music, often associated with Miko, reflects their spiritual role and dedication. The music serves as an integral part of Miko rituals, enhancing the sacred atmosphere. Specific musical pieces are selected to align with the purpose and intention of each ritual. The tempo, melody, and instrumentation of the music contribute to the overall spiritual experience. Through music, Miko connect with the divine and facilitate communication between the human and spiritual realms. Reflective music encourages introspection and contemplation. The harmonic structure of the music promotes a sense of inner peace and self-awareness. Musical elements evoke memories and emotions, fostering a deeper understanding of oneself. The rhythm and melody of the music guide the listener towards a state of mindful reflection. The soundscape evokes a natural environment, rich with herbal scents and a sense of gentle healing. Sounds of nature create a backdrop of tranquility and connection to the environment. Herbal sounds suggest traditional remedies and natural wellness practices. Gentle healing sounds promote relaxation and a sense of well-being. Wind sound effects evoke a sense of desolation and mystery. Fire sound effects symbolize destruction and transformation. Magical incantations sound effects suggest supernatural power and enchantment. The combination of wind, fire, and incantation sounds creates an eerie and unsettling atmosphere. These sound effects are often used to create a sense of fear and suspense in horror films. Effective sound design enhances the audience's emotional connection to the story. The sounds of books represent a world of knowledge and imagination. Writing embodies the process of creation and the articulation of thoughts. Quiet contemplation fosters deep thinking and introspection. These sounds collectively evoke an atmosphere of intellectual pursuit and serene solitude. Swirling energy sounds evoke a sense of dynamic movement and transformation. Echoes of the past create an auditory illusion of distance and historical depth. The combination of swirling energy and echoes of the past suggests a connection between present and bygone eras. Sound effects can be used to create a sense of collective unconscious, tapping into shared human experiences and memories. These auditory elements work together to build an immersive and psychologically resonant soundscape. The soundscape of a beguinage is characterized by the sounds of labor, reflecting the community's industrious nature. Sounds of shared laughter within a beguinage highlight the communal bonds and joyful interactions among its members. The beguinage's acoustic environment is rich with the sounds of community, fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose. Sounds of labor and community intertwine to create the unique sound effects of a beguinage. The soundscape features the delicate ringing of bells, creating a serene atmosphere. Chanting adds a layer of spiritual depth and solemnity to the sound design. Traditional Japanese instruments contribute to the cultural authenticity and richness of the sound effects. The combination of bells, chanting, and instruments creates a complex and evocative auditory experience. Silence can amplify the impact of a performance, allowing the audience to fully absorb the emotional nuances. Introspection is often triggered by moments of silence, leading to deeper personal reflection and understanding. The absence of sound can create a sense of anticipation, heightening the audience's focus on the visual elements. Silence allows for a more profound connection between the performer and the audience, fostering a shared emotional experience. The strategic use of silence can emphasize key moments and create a lasting impact on the audience's memory. A visual transformation represents the transition from a wise woman to a witch. The morphing visual symbolizes a shift in perception and societal role. A healing herb transforms into a magical symbol, representing the change in power and intent. The herb's transformation signifies a shift from natural remedies to supernatural practices. This transition highlights the evolving perception of women with knowledge and power. The visual morph emphasizes the blurred line between wisdom and witchcraft. The transformation begins in a dense, dark forest, symbolizing the witch's domain. The forest gradually fades, transitioning into the interior of a room. The room is filled with books, representing the spinster's intellectual pursuits. The books symbolize a shift from magic to knowledge and scholarly pursuits. The transition signifies a change in identity and lifestyle. The spinster's room embodies a life dedicated to learning and introspection. A transition occurs from a physical book to a visual representation of the collective unconscious. The book serves as a symbolic gateway to deeper, shared psychological experiences. The swirling vortex visually represents the vast and interconnected nature of the collective unconscious. Symbols within the vortex represent universal patterns of thought and experience. The collective unconscious is represented through a swirling vortex of archetypal symbols. This vortex gradually transforms, shifting from abstract symbols to realistic depictions of women. The women are depicted in a community, working collaboratively on various tasks. This community represents the historical Beguines, known for their independent and communal living. The transition highlights a shift from abstract shared consciousness to concrete communal action and living. A group of women transitions from a Beguine-like community into the role of shrine maidens. The transition involves adopting specific ritualistic practices and garments. This transformation signifies a shift in social role and spiritual responsibility. The ritual performed is a key element in solidifying their new roles as shrine maidens. The community's collective action reinforces the individual's commitment to the shrine. The shrine maiden represents a traditional perspective, often influenced by cultural norms and expectations. Transitioning from a singular viewpoint to a diverse group signifies the importance of broader perspectives. Acknowledging personal biases is the first step towards understanding and respecting different viewpoints. Reflection involves critically examining one's own beliefs and assumptions. Open dialogue and empathy are essential for overcoming biases and fostering inclusivity. The ultimate goal is to create a society where diverse perspectives are valued and celebrated. The eyes reflect wisdom, embodying a deep understanding of life's complexities. Compassion is mirrored in the eyes, revealing empathy and care for others. The gaze conveys a sense of profound insight and accumulated knowledge. Eyes serve as windows to the soul, reflecting inner peace and understanding. The witch's ritual harnesses natural energies. The ritual amplifies the witch's power. The witch's connection to nature is central to her magic. The ritual's success depends on the alignment of natural forces. The medium shot frames the subject, highlighting her focus on intellectual pursuits. Reading symbolizes independence and a commitment to self-education. Books serve as a gateway to new ideas and personal growth. Intellectual pursuits foster self-reliance and a strong sense of self. The act of reading cultivates a rich inner world and personal autonomy. The composition emphasizes the subject's self-sufficiency and intellectual engagement. The collective unconscious is a shared reservoir of human experience. This concept represents universal ideas and experiences inherited across generations. Archetypes, such as the hero or the shadow, are key components of the collective unconscious. Dreams and myths often draw upon the collective unconscious, revealing shared human themes. Beguines formed communities centered on shared work and mutual support. These communities provided women with autonomy and a space for spiritual growth outside traditional religious orders. The Beguine's emphasis on practical skills and economic independence empowered women in medieval society. Beguinages offered a unique social structure where women could live independently without vows or permanent commitment. The Beguine's lifestyle balanced contemplation, community service, and independent labor. This model of female cooperation fostered resilience and self-sufficiency within the Beguine communities. The Shrine Maiden embodies dedication and spiritual commitment through ritualistic performance. Ritualistic movements and symbolic objects underscore the spiritual significance of the Shrine Maiden's role. The Shrine Maiden's attire and demeanor reflect her sacred duty and connection to the divine. The performance of rituals reinforces the Shrine Maiden's role as a conduit between the earthly and spiritual realms. The Shrine Maiden's spiritual role is visually communicated through deliberate actions and symbolic representation. Introspection is crucial for individuals to understand and address their own biases. Acknowledging personal biases is the first step towards mitigating their impact on judgment and decision-making. Self-reflection promotes fairness and equity by revealing unconscious prejudices. Understanding one's own biases enhances empathy and improves interpersonal relationships. Regular self-assessment is essential for continuous personal growth and ethical conduct. The process of introspection involves honest evaluation and acceptance of one's imperfections. Warm and natural lighting symbolizes the wise woman's connection to nature. The lighting reflects the wise woman's healing abilities. Natural light enhances the sense of tranquility and wisdom. The lighting emphasizes the organic and earthy elements. The use of warm tones creates a comforting and inviting atmosphere. Dark and mysterious lighting enhances the witch's connection to supernatural power. The lighting reflects the witch's command over the unseen forces. The interplay of light and shadow symbolizes the witch's duality and hidden knowledge. Ethereal lighting effects create an atmosphere of enchantment and otherworldliness. Soft and diffused lighting enhances the atmosphere of independence and intellectual focus. Diffused lighting minimizes harsh shadows, creating a comfortable and contemplative environment. The quality of light reflects a deliberate choice to foster introspection and creativity. The lighting design supports a sense of self-sufficiency and intellectual freedom. Dynamic lighting represents the collective, unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experience. The collective unconscious is reflected through a spectrum of colors, each representing different archetypes and emotions. Lighting dynamically shifts to visualize the interconnectedness of individual experiences within the collective unconscious. The interplay of light and shadow symbolizes the conscious and unconscious aspects of the human psyche. The collective unconscious, visualized through dynamic lighting, serves as a foundation for shared cultural understanding and creativity. Neutral lighting fosters introspection and balanced perception. Balanced lighting reduces distraction, promoting focused thought. The absence of harsh shadows encourages objective consideration. Even illumination supports a reflective state, allowing for deeper analysis. This series explores the lives of women who consciously choose to live alone. The focus is on understanding the psychological implications of this lifestyle choice. The series examines the motivations, challenges, and rewards associated with single living. It aims to provide insights into the evolving roles and expectations of women in modern society. The series seeks to challenge preconceived notions and celebrate the diversity of female experiences. Understanding social phenomena is crucial for navigating contemporary society's evolving norms. Evolving social norms directly impact individual autonomy and personal decision-making. Awareness of societal shifts enables individuals to make informed choices aligned with their values. Analyzing social dynamics fosters critical thinking and a deeper understanding of societal structures. Recognizing the impact of social change promotes empathy and inclusivity in diverse communities. Adapting to changing social landscapes is essential for building a more equitable and harmonious future. Carl Jung developed Jungian psychology as a framework for understanding the human psyche. Jungian psychology provides a lens for analyzing solitude and singlehood. Core principles include the collective unconscious, archetypes, and individuation. The collective unconscious contains universal patterns and shared ancestral memories. Archetypes are universal, inherited predispositions to experience and perceive the world. The collective unconscious is defined as a universal reservoir of archetypes. It contains shared human experiences passed down through generations. This reservoir is not acquired through personal experience, but is inherited. Archetypes are universal patterns and predispositions to perceive, experience, and act in certain ways. These archetypes influence human behavior and shape cultural myths and symbols. The collective unconscious transcends individual consciousness, connecting all humanity. Archetypes significantly influence individual behavior and societal expectations. These archetypes shape perceptions and norms related to gender roles within society. Archetypes impact expectations within interpersonal relationships, dictating behavior patterns and dynamics. Understanding archetypes provides insights into the origins and perpetuation of societal gender norms. Challenging limiting archetypes promotes more equitable and diverse gender roles and relationship models. Individuation is defined as a lifelong process of psychological differentiation. This process aims for wholeness, integrating various aspects of the self. Self-realization is the ultimate goal of individuation. Psychological differentiation involves recognizing and developing unique individual characteristics. Individuation is a continuous journey, not a static state. The process of individuation involves integrating conscious and unconscious elements of the psyche. Solitude provides the necessary space for self-reflection, which is crucial for individuation. Through solitude, individuals can engage in inner exploration, leading to a deeper understanding of their own identity. The process of individuation involves differentiating oneself from external influences and societal expectations. Solitude allows for the development of a unique and authentic self, independent of external validation. Choosing to live alone represents an active decision driven by the pursuit of independence. Singlehood as a choice often reflects a strong desire for self-discovery and personal growth. Independence allows individuals to define their own space and lifestyle without external constraints. Living alone can foster self-reliance and the development of unique personal values. The decision to live alone is a conscious choice to prioritize personal autonomy and self-determination. Embracing singlehood can be a powerful step towards understanding and fulfilling one's individual potential. A woman consciously chooses to live alone, embracing independence and self-reliance. Living alone allows for personalized space and freedom from external constraints. The decision to live alone reflects a deliberate choice for self-discovery and personal growth. This lifestyle fosters autonomy and the ability to curate one's environment according to personal preferences. The woman's educational background shapes her intellectual foundation and worldview. Her career path reflects her professional skills, ambitions, and achievements. Past relationships influence her emotional development and interpersonal skills. These experiences collectively contribute to her current character and life perspective. Solitude is often chosen to foster autonomy and self-reliance. Living alone provides an environment conducive to personal growth and introspection. The desire for uninterrupted focus and self-discovery can motivate a decision to live in solitude. Solitude allows for the creation of a personal space, free from external influences and distractions. The day begins with a solitary morning routine, setting the tone for the hours ahead. Hobbies provide a personal escape, filling the time with focused activity and individual expression. Social interactions, if any, are often mediated through technology, creating a sense of connection at a distance. Daily routines are structured around personal interests and self-directed activities. The absence of face-to-face interactions shapes a unique rhythm to daily life. Evenings often conclude as they began, in quiet contemplation and solitary pursuits. Living alone presents challenges such as potential loneliness. Societal judgment can be a significant hurdle for individuals choosing to live independently. Despite challenges, living alone offers freedom and autonomy. Self-sufficiency is a key reward, fostering independence and personal growth. The balance between solitude and connection is a continuous negotiation. Ultimately, living alone can be a path to profound self-discovery and empowerment. Jungian analysis explores the individuation process, focusing on the psychological integration of conscious and unconscious aspects of the self. The individuation process involves confronting the shadow self, integrating repressed or disowned aspects of the personality. Analysis examines the relationship between the individual and the collective unconscious, exploring archetypes and universal patterns of behavior. Through dream analysis and symbolic interpretation, Jungian therapy aims to uncover unconscious material and facilitate psychological growth. Episode 2 will explore the historical perspectives on women living alone. The episode will delve into the cultural perspectives on women living alone. Historical and cultural contexts shape the experiences of women living alone. Episode 2 aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of women's independent living. The episode will feature expert interviews and personal stories to enrich the narrative. Episode 3 will explore societal pressures and expectations placed on single women. The episode aims to dissect the multifaceted challenges faced by single women in modern society. Viewers can expect an in-depth look at the diverse experiences of single women. The narrative will address both the positive and negative aspects of societal expectations. Episode 3 promises to spark meaningful conversations about gender roles and personal fulfillment. Episode 4 will explore the psychological benefits of solitude. Solitude can foster self-reflection and introspection. Self-reliance is a key component of personal growth. Developing self-reliance enhances problem-solving skills. Increased self-awareness is a positive outcome of embracing solitude. Episode 4 aims to provide insights into achieving mental well-being through solitude and self-reliance. Episode 5 will explore the shadow aspects of solitude. The episode delves into the potential for isolation that can arise from solitude. Solitude's darker side can lead to feelings of disconnection and alienation. The episode will examine the psychological impact of prolonged isolation. Episode 6 will explore the role of creativity in the lives of women living alone. The episode will examine how self-expression serves as a vital outlet for personal growth. Creativity provides a means of connection and community for women living alone. The episode highlights the diverse forms of creative expression utilized by women. Self-expression fosters resilience and emotional well-being for women in solitude. The narrative explores the transformative power of art in shaping identity and purpose. Episode 7 will explore the dynamics between single women and their families. The episode aims to understand the unique challenges and support systems within these familial relationships. Various perspectives will be presented to provide a comprehensive view of these relationships. The narrative will delve into the emotional complexities and societal expectations faced by single women. Family bonds and individual autonomy will be examined in the context of modern society. Episode 7 seeks to foster understanding and empathy towards single women and their families. Episode 8 explores the spiritual dimensions of solitude. Solitude can be a pathway to self-discovery and inner understanding. The episode delves into the transformative power of introspection. Spiritual growth often requires periods of isolation and reflection. This episode examines the connection between solitude and spiritual awakening. Episode 9 will explore the evolving social landscape. The episode focuses on the future of singlehood for women. Social trends and their impact on women's lifestyle choices are analyzed. The episode examines the changing perceptions and acceptance of singlehood. Future trends and potential challenges for single women will be discussed. Episode 10 will provide a comprehensive summary of the series. The episode will offer concluding thoughts on the series' main themes. Episode 10 serves as a roadmap, guiding viewers through the entire series. The episode will recap key events and concepts covered throughout the series. Concluding thoughts will provide a sense of closure and reflection on the series' journey. In Jungian psychology, the self represents the center of the total psyche, encompassing both the conscious and unconscious. The self is not initially known, but emerges through the process of individuation, a lifelong journey of psychological integration. Individuation involves integrating various aspects of the personality, including the shadow, anima, animus, and persona, into a cohesive whole. The ultimate goal of individuation is to achieve wholeness and psychological maturity by realizing and integrating the self. The ego represents the conscious mind, mediating between the individual and reality. The self encompasses the totality of the psyche, including both conscious and unconscious elements. Individuation is the process of aligning the ego with the self, achieving psychological wholeness. This alignment fosters a balanced and integrated personality, enhancing self-awareness and personal growth. The shadow is defined as the unconscious aspect of the personality. The shadow contains repressed qualities, including disowned traits and emotions. These repressed qualities are often perceived as negative or undesirable by the conscious mind. The shadow represents aspects of the personality that are not readily acknowledged or accepted. Understanding the shadow is crucial for psychological integration and self-awareness. Psychological wholeness requires acknowledging and integrating the shadow. The shadow encompasses repressed or disowned aspects of the personality. Suppressing the shadow can lead to psychological imbalance and negative behaviors. Integration of the shadow promotes self-awareness, acceptance, and personal growth. The anima represents the unconscious feminine side in males. The animus embodies the unconscious masculine side in females. Both anima and animus are part of Carl Jung's theory of the collective unconscious. The anima can manifest as moods and irrational emotional reactions in men. The animus can manifest as dogmatic opinions and assertive actions in women. Integrating the anima. Animus leads to psychological wholeness and individuation. Individuation involves integrating and balancing the anima and animus. The anima represents the unconscious feminine side in males. The animus embodies the unconscious masculine side in females. Balancing these aspects fosters a more complete and integrated personality. Integration allows for a broader range of psychological expression and adaptability. Unresolved animus conflicts can lead to psychological imbalance and limitations. Carl Jung's theory of psychological types explores fundamental differences in personality. Introversion and extroversion represent core orientations toward the inner or outer world. Thinking and feeling are rational functions used for decision-making, emphasizing logic or values. Sensing and intuition are perception functions, focusing on concrete details or abstract possibilities. These psychological types combine to form distinct personality profiles. Understanding one's psychological type enhances self-awareness by providing a framework for recognizing personal tendencies. Increased self-awareness allows individuals to identify their strengths and weaknesses more effectively. Recognizing personal tendencies facilitates better decision-making aligned with individual values and goals. Self-awareness promotes personal growth by enabling targeted self-improvement efforts. Psychological type frameworks offer structured insights into personality traits, leading to improved interpersonal relationships. Carl Jung viewed dreams as a direct pathway to the unconscious mind. Dreams provide insights into personal and collective unconscious aspects. Dream analysis, according to Jung, facilitates self-discovery and psychological integration. Symbols within dreams reflect archetypes and recurring motifs present in the unconscious. Understanding dream symbolism can lead to a deeper understanding of one's self and psychological well-being. Jungian dream analysis focuses on the symbolic nature of dream imagery. Dreams are viewed as a window into the unconscious mind, revealing hidden aspects of the self. Dream symbols are not literal but represent deeper psychological meanings and archetypes. The interpretation of dreams aims to integrate unconscious content into conscious awareness. Personal experiences and cultural context influence the unique symbolism within each individual's dreams. Through dream analysis, individuals can gain insights into their personal growth and psychological well-being. Active imagination is a technique used to engage with the unconscious mind. This technique involves directed fantasy, where the individual actively guides their imagination. Visualization is a key component, allowing for the creation of vivid mental images and scenarios. Through active imagination, one can explore and interact with the contents of their unconscious. Active imagination is a method used to explore inner conflicts by engaging with unconscious content. This technique involves actively interacting with dream images, fantasies, or inner figures to understand their symbolic meaning. Through dialogue and interaction with these inner figures, individuals can gain insight into their psychological dynamics. Active imagination facilitates the integration of conflicting aspects of the personality, leading to greater psychological wholeness. By resolving inner conflicts, active imagination promotes emotional balance and personal growth. Synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences that appear to be causally unrelated. These coincidences suggest a deeper connection between an individual's internal state and external events. Synchronicity implies a non-causal connecting principle that transcends typical cause and effect relationships. The experience of synchronicity can be interpreted as a manifestation of underlying universal patterns. Synchronicity highlights the potential for a meaningful interplay between the inner subjective world and the objective external reality. Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences that can reveal patterns and connections in life. Recognizing synchronicities can offer insights into one's personal journey and purpose. These coincidences often align with one's values, interests, and aspirations, pointing towards a potential life path. By paying attention to synchronicities, individuals can gain a deeper understanding of their inner selves and the direction they are meant to take. In Jungian psychology, symbols serve as representations of unconscious contents. Symbols bridge the gap between the conscious and unconscious mind. These symbols are not merely signs, but carry deeper, often universal meanings. The interpretation of symbols provides insight into the individual's psyche and personal development. Dreams, myths, and art are rich sources of symbolic material. Understanding symbols is crucial for accessing and integrating unconscious aspects of the self. Symbols can be interpreted on a personal level, influenced by individual experiences and emotions. Collective interpretation of symbols arises from shared cultural, historical, and social contexts. Personal interpretations add depth and nuance to the broader, collective understanding of symbols. Deeper understanding of symbols requires acknowledging both subjective and objective viewpoints. Analyzing symbols in context reveals layers of meaning beyond surface-level recognition. The interplay between personal and collective interpretation enriches the understanding and significance of symbols. Jungian psychology divides life into distinct stages: childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and old age. Each stage of life presents unique psychological challenges that individuals must navigate. Childhood is characterized by the development of the ego and initial interactions with the world. Adulthood involves confronting societal expectations, establishing a career, and forming meaningful relationships. Midlife transition is a crucial period for reevaluation of life goals and priorities. This phase provides an opportunity to reassess personal values and make necessary adjustments. Individuation during midlife involves discovering and embracing one's authentic self. Reevaluation can lead to significant changes in career, relationships, and lifestyle. The midlife transition is a transformative journey towards greater self-awareness and fulfillment. Rituals provide structure by establishing predictable patterns of behavior. These patterns offer a sense of stability and order in a complex world. Rituals imbue life with meaning by connecting individuals to shared values and beliefs. This connection fosters a sense of purpose and belonging, enhancing overall well-being. Personal rituals facilitate connection with the unconscious mind. Rituals serve as a means to affirm and reinforce one's core values. The creation of personal rituals can be a conscious and deliberate process. Regular engagement in personal rituals can enhance self-awareness and emotional regulation. Personal rituals provide a structured framework for introspection and self-discovery. Jungian therapy emphasizes the process of individuation, a journey towards psychological wholeness. Individuation involves integrating conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche. The therapeutic process explores archetypes, universal patterns of behavior and imagery. Dream analysis is a key technique in Jungian therapy, providing insights into the unconscious mind. Active imagination allows patients to engage directly with unconscious material through creative expression. Ultimately, Jungian therapy aims to foster self-realization and a deeper understanding of one's unique potential. The Jungian analyst acts as a guide, assisting the individual through their individuation process. The analyst facilitates self-discovery by helping the individual explore their unconscious. Analysts provide tools and frameworks for understanding archetypes and symbolic language. The analyst supports the integration of shadow aspects into the conscious self. The ultimate goal is to assist the client in achieving a more complete and authentic self. Societal norms represent the collective expectations and rules governing behavior within a group or society. Individuation is the psychological process of differentiating oneself from the collective and developing a unique identity. Tension arises between societal norms and individuation when personal desires conflict with collective expectations. Conformity to societal norms can provide stability and social cohesion, but may stifle personal growth and self-expression. Pursuing individuation can lead to innovation and personal fulfillment, but may also result in social isolation or rejection. Navigating the balance between societal norms and individuation is a continuous process of self-discovery and adaptation. Choosing to live alone can represent a conscious decision to resist societal expectations and norms. Living alone allows individuals to define their own values and lifestyles independently of external pressures. This lifestyle challenges the conventional emphasis on marriage and family as the primary measures of success and fulfillment. It provides an opportunity for self-discovery and personal growth, without the constraints of traditional roles and responsibilities. Resisting conformity through solitary living can foster innovation and alternative perspectives within society. This choice promotes autonomy and self-reliance, empowering individuals to prioritize their unique needs and aspirations. Being single can carry a societal stigma, particularly for women. This stigma often manifests as negative assumptions about a single person's happiness or fulfillment. The pressure to conform to traditional relationship norms contributes to the stigmatization of singlehood. This societal bias can impact a single person's self-perception and social interactions. Addressing this stigma requires challenging conventional beliefs about relationships and individual worth. Negative stereotypes about single women should be challenged. Celebrating the independence of single women is essential. Challenging stereotypes promotes a more inclusive and accurate representation of single women. Recognizing the diverse experiences and achievements of single women fosters greater social understanding. Promoting positive narratives about single women empowers them and inspires future generations. Empowering women involves supporting their autonomy in making decisions about relationships. The power of choice extends to lifestyle decisions, fostering independence and self-determination. Respecting women's choices strengthens their sense of self-worth and personal agency. Providing resources and support networks enables women to exercise their choices effectively. Societal progress relies on upholding women's rights to make informed and uncoerced decisions. Traditional measures of success often prioritize marriage and family. Redefining success involves expanding beyond these conventional benchmarks. A broader definition of success encompasses career achievements and personal fulfillment. Success can also be measured through contributions to the community and society. Personal growth and self-improvement are integral components of a redefined success. Redefining success allows for personalized metrics tailored to individual values and aspirations. Fulfillment can be achieved through diverse avenues. Solitude provides an opportunity for introspection and inner peace. Creativity allows for self-expression and the generation of novel ideas. Self-discovery involves exploring one's values, beliefs, and purpose. Self-love and self-acceptance form the bedrock for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Prioritizing self-love cultivates inner peace and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Embracing self-acceptance fosters healthier relationships with oneself and others. Self-love empowers individuals to pursue their passions and achieve personal growth. A lack of self-love can lead to anxiety, depression, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Embracing imperfection involves accepting one's flaws and shortcomings. Acknowledging imperfections fosters self-compassion and reduces self-criticism. Acceptance of flaws promotes personal growth and resilience. Focusing on strengths rather than dwelling on weaknesses enhances self-esteem. Imperfection is a natural part of the human experience and should be embraced. Community and social connection play a crucial role in individual well-being, irrespective of living arrangements. Social connections provide emotional support, reducing feelings of isolation and loneliness. Community involvement offers opportunities for personal growth and skill development through shared activities. Strong community bonds enhance resilience and provide a sense of belonging, even for those who live alone. Social interaction stimulates cognitive function and promotes mental health through shared experiences and conversations. Participating in community activities fosters a sense of purpose and meaning, contributing to overall life satisfaction. Seeking support from friends, family, or support groups is beneficial. Friends can provide companionship and a listening ear. Family members offer a sense of belonging and unconditional love. Support groups create a safe space for sharing experiences and coping strategies. These support systems foster resilience and emotional well-being. Meaningful connections are built upon shared values, fostering deeper relationships. Shared interests provide common ground, facilitating initial interactions and bonding. Connections based on shared values lead to stronger, more resilient relationships. Building meaningful connections enhances overall well-being and social support. Meaningful connections contribute to a sense of belonging and community. Isolation can lead to potential dangers affecting mental and emotional well-being. Maintaining social contact is crucial for psychological health and overall life satisfaction. Lack of social interaction can result in increased feelings of loneliness and depression. Social contact provides a sense of belonging and reduces feelings of alienation. Engaging in social activities and building relationships are key to combating the negative effects of isolation. Achieving a balance between solitude and social connection is crucial for individual well-being. The optimal balance between solitude and connection varies for each individual. Solitude provides opportunities for self-reflection, creativity, and personal growth. Social connection fosters a sense of belonging, support, and shared experience. An imbalance can lead to feelings of isolation or overwhelm. Regularly assessing and adjusting one's balance of solitude and connection is essential for sustained well-being. Self-care practices are essential for maintaining mental and emotional well-being. Prioritizing self-care helps to reduce stress and improve overall mood. Engaging in regular self-care activities can enhance resilience and coping mechanisms. Self-care encompasses various activities that promote physical, mental, and emotional health. Consistent self-care contributes to improved focus, productivity, and overall life satisfaction. Personalized self-care routines should be developed to enhance individual well-being. Exercise is a key component of self-care, promoting physical and mental health. Meditation practices cultivate mindfulness and reduce stress. Creative expression allows for emotional release and personal fulfillment. Establishing healthy boundaries is crucial for protecting personal time and energy. Effective boundary setting involves clearly defining limits on what one is willing to accept from others. Prioritizing self-care and personal well-being is a direct result of maintaining healthy boundaries. Setting boundaries can lead to improved relationships by fostering mutual respect and understanding. Consistent boundary enforcement is essential for maintaining personal autonomy and preventing burnout. The ability to decline commitments that do not align with personal values is crucial. Saying no protects time and energy for activities that are truly important. Prioritizing personal values leads to increased well-being and reduced stress. Declining misaligned commitments fosters a sense of control and empowerment. Mindfulness involves intentionally focusing one's attention on the present moment without judgment. Practicing mindfulness can significantly reduce stress levels by promoting relaxation and emotional regulation. Increased self-awareness is a key benefit of mindfulness, enabling a deeper understanding of one's thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness techniques include meditation, mindful breathing, and body scan exercises. Mindfulness can be cultivated through various practices such as meditation. Yoga is another effective technique for enhancing mindfulness. Mindfulness practices promote present moment awareness and reduce mental clutter. Regular mindfulness practice can lead to improved focus and emotional regulation. Meditation offers significant benefits for calming the mind and reducing mental clutter. Regular meditation practice cultivates inner peace by promoting emotional regulation. Meditation enhances self-awareness, allowing individuals to observe thoughts and feelings without judgment. Consistent meditation can lower stress hormones, leading to a more relaxed state of being. Meditation improves focus and concentration by training the mind to stay present. The practice of meditation fosters a sense of detachment from negative thoughts and emotions, promoting mental well-being. Creative expression serves as a conduit for connecting with the unconscious mind. Expressing emotions through creative outlets facilitates emotional processing and release. Creative activities provide a safe and constructive avenue for emotional catharsis. Engaging in creative expression can enhance self-awareness and personal understanding. The act of creation allows for the externalization of internal feelings and experiences. Creative expression fosters a deeper connection to one's inner self and emotional landscape. Exploring diverse creative outlets is essential for fostering innovation and self-expression. Writing offers an avenue for articulating thoughts and ideas through narrative and descriptive prose. Painting provides a visual medium to express emotions and perceptions through color and form. Music allows for the creation of auditory experiences that evoke feelings and memories through melody and rhythm. Dance enables physical expression and storytelling through movement and choreography. Art possesses the capacity to facilitate emotional healing and transformation. Engaging in artistic expression can provide a healthy outlet for processing difficult emotions. Art allows individuals to externalize and explore internal feelings in a safe and controlled environment. The creative process can foster self-awareness, resilience, and emotional regulation. Solitude can be a catalyst for exploring one's spiritual dimension. In solitude, individuals often find opportunities for profound self-discovery. Spiritual growth is fostered through introspection and contemplation in quiet isolation. The spiritual dimension involves connecting with something larger than oneself. Self-discovery in solitude can lead to a deeper understanding of one's purpose and meaning. Exploration of diverse spiritual practices facilitates connection with a sense of something greater. Spiritual practices can provide a framework for understanding one's place within the universe. Connecting with something larger than oneself can foster a sense of purpose and meaning. Different spiritual paths offer unique approaches to transcending individual limitations. Spiritual exploration encourages introspection and self-discovery. The pursuit of spiritual understanding can lead to a deeper appreciation of life's mysteries. Finding meaning and purpose in life is essential for overall well-being. Meaning provides a sense of direction and motivation, independent of relationship status. A life rich in purpose enhances resilience and mental health. Personal values and goals are key components in discovering one's purpose. Engaging in meaningful activities contributes to a fulfilling life. Cultivating a sense of purpose can lead to greater life satisfaction. Single women throughout history have challenged societal norms and expectations. These women have paved the way for future generations by demonstrating independence and resilience. Their contributions span various fields, including science, arts, politics, and social reform. Celebrating the legacy of single women acknowledges their profound impact on social progress and equality. Single women have made significant contributions across various fields. Marie Curie's work revolutionized physics and chemistry, paving the way for advancements in medicine and technology. Rosa Parks' courageous act ignited the civil rights movement, challenging racial segregation and inequality. Malala Yousafzai's advocacy for girls' education has inspired millions to fight for equal access to learning. These women serve as role models, demonstrating resilience, determination, and the power of individual action. Their stories highlight the importance of perseverance and the potential for positive change in society. The series underscores the importance of women's autonomy in making life choices. Empowering women to make independent decisions is a central theme explored throughout the series. The narrative highlights the significance of self-determination in shaping women's lives. The series advocates for the fundamental right of women to control their own destinies. A key takeaway is the necessity of providing women with the resources and support needed to make informed decisions. Ultimately, the series champions the cause of women's liberation through self-directed life choices. In Jungian psychology, the animus represents the unconscious, masculine side of a woman's psyche. The animus is composed of accumulated ancestral experiences with men. The animus also includes accumulated personal experiences with men. The animus is a complex construct shaped by both collective and individual interactions. The animus functions as a psychological complex. The animus influences a woman's thoughts. The animus influences a woman's feelings. The animus influences a woman's behaviors. The animus particularly affects a woman's behaviors in relationships. The animus shapes the dynamics and interactions within relationships. The animus is an archetype, representing a universal pattern of behavior. Archetypes are universal patterns of imagery present in the collective unconscious. The animus archetype resides within the collective unconscious. Archetypes are universal, meaning they are found across different cultures and time periods. The animus influences a woman's perception of men and her interactions with them. Understanding the animus can lead to greater self-awareness and improved relationships. The animus develops through a woman's interactions with significant male figures. Early interactions with the father figure significantly shape the initial formation of the animus. Interactions with brothers contribute to the animus, influencing aspects of competition and camaraderie. Other significant male figures further refine and diversify the development of the animus. The animus represents the unconscious masculine side of a woman's personality. These interactions collectively shape a woman's inner understanding and perception of masculinity. A well-integrated animus provides women with assertiveness, enabling them to confidently express their opinions and needs. The animus fosters courage, allowing women to face challenges and take risks in pursuit of their goals. Logical thinking is enhanced by the animus, empowering women to analyze situations and make rational decisions. A sense of direction is cultivated by the animus, guiding women towards their purpose and helping them navigate life's journey. A poorly integrated animus can manifest as stubbornness and resistance to new ideas. Negative projection of the animus results in destructive opinions and critical judgment. Animus-driven power struggles often arise from unresolved inner conflicts and insecurities. Uncontrolled animus expression can lead to harmful behaviors and damaged relationships. Animus projection involves a woman unconsciously attributing her own animus qualities to men. This unconscious attribution shapes her perception and interactions with men in her environment. Animus projection can lead to idealized or negatively distorted views of men. The woman's internal animus, not the man's actual qualities, drives this projection. Animus projection can lead to idealization of men, creating unrealistic expectations. Conversely, animus projection can result in the demonization of men. Idealization and demonization hinder genuine connection with men. Unrealistic expectations prevent the formation of healthy relationships. Animus projection distorts perception, obscuring the true nature of individuals. Overcoming animus projection requires recognizing and integrating these projections. Animus projection involves imposing an idealized or negative image onto a partner. This projection manifests as attempts to control or change the partner. The goal is to force the partner to conform to the projected image. This can lead to conflict and dissatisfaction within the relationship. Unresolved animus projection damages authentic connection and mutual acceptance. Animus projection can lead to a woman's dependence on external validation from men. This dependence undermines a woman's autonomy. External validation becomes a substitute for internal self-worth. The projection distorts self-perception and decision-making. Recognizing and addressing animus projection is crucial for fostering female empowerment. The animus significantly influences the self-perception of women without male partners. For women without male partners, the animus plays a key role in decision-making processes. The animus impacts how women without male partners navigate their personal and professional lives. Understanding the animus aids in self-discovery and empowerment for women without male partners. The animus can shape attitudes and beliefs in women without male partners. The influence of the animus can lead to both positive and negative outcomes in women without male partners. A woman's relationship with her animus can significantly influence her independence. A healthy animus relationship fosters self-sufficiency and personal growth. Conversely, a negative animus relationship can hinder a woman's ability to be independent. An overbearing animus can lead to dependence and a loss of self-identity. Understanding and integrating the animus is crucial for achieving psychological independence. Through self-awareness and introspection, a woman can harness the positive aspects of her animus. The animus archetype can influence decision-making processes. Career choices can be affected by the animus archetype. Financial decisions may be influenced by the animus archetype. The animus can impact the establishment and maintenance of personal boundaries. Unconscious biases related to the animus can shape perceptions of risk and reward. Awareness of the animus archetype is crucial for making informed and autonomous decisions. Animus integration involves becoming conscious of masculine aspects within oneself. Integration requires acknowledging and accepting these masculine aspects. Masculine aspects can include traits like assertiveness, logic, and independence. Consciousness allows for a balanced expression of both masculine and feminine qualities. Acceptance fosters inner harmony and a more complete sense of self. Animus integration contributes to psychological well-being and personal growth. Animus integration can foster greater self-understanding by illuminating unconscious aspects of the personality. Achieving emotional balance is facilitated through the animus integration process, promoting psychological equilibrium. Healthier relationships result from increased self-awareness and emotional regulation gained through animus integration. The process of animus integration allows for a more complete and authentic sense of self. By understanding and integrating the animus, individuals can experience enhanced personal growth and fulfillment. Integration of the animus enables a woman to reclaim her autonomy. This integration allows for choices based on one's own inner authority. The animus, when integrated, becomes a source of inner strength and self-direction. Reclaiming autonomy involves aligning external actions with internal values and beliefs. The process of integration fosters a sense of self-reliance and independence. Inner authority empowers women to make decisions that are authentic and aligned with their true selves. Integration diminishes the inclination to project the animus onto external figures. This reduction in projection leads to more realistic perceptions of others. Realistic perception involves seeing individuals as they are, rather than through the lens of personal projections. By integrating inner aspects, external relationships become more grounded in reality and less influenced by unconscious biases. Guided journaling can facilitate connection with the animus. Journaling provides a structured method for exploring inner thoughts and feelings. The process of writing encourages self-reflection and deeper understanding. Journaling exercises assist in the integration of the animus. A quiet and comfortable space is essential for uninterrupted reflection. Selecting a peaceful environment promotes deeper introspection and focused thought. Minimizing distractions enhances the ability to engage in meaningful self-assessment. Comfortable surroundings facilitate relaxation, which aids in the journaling process. A dedicated space for journaling encourages consistent reflective practice. Free from interruptions, journaling becomes a focused and productive activity. A journal and pen are essential tools for recording thoughts and feelings. The act of writing in a journal allows for the externalization and documentation of internal experiences. Consistent journaling provides a tangible record of personal growth and emotional evolution over time. Using a pen and journal facilitates a direct, unfiltered connection to one's inner thoughts and emotions. Centering involves focusing inward to establish a sense of inner stability and presence. Deep breathing exercises can facilitate the centering process by calming the nervous system. Grounding connects one's energy to the earth, promoting a feeling of stability and security. Combining centering and grounding techniques enhances overall well-being and mental clarity. Visualization begins with envisioning the inner masculine figure. The inner masculine can manifest through symbolic imagery and archetypal forms. Personal characteristics shape the unique appearance and essence of the inner masculine. Exploring the inner masculine involves introspection and self-reflection. The animus can be visualized through its attire, posture, and facial expression. Attire symbolizes the animus's adopted roles and societal expectations. Posture reflects the animus's internal state and relationship to power. Facial expression reveals the animus's emotional landscape and underlying motivations. Initial impressions are subjective and represent the first emotional and cognitive responses to a person or situation. Feelings encompass the range of emotions experienced, from positive to negative, influencing perception and judgment. These immediate reactions often shape subsequent interactions and can impact long-term relationships or outcomes. First impressions are influenced by personal biases, past experiences, and cultural conditioning. Noting initial impressions is crucial for self-awareness and understanding potential influences on decision-making. Acknowledging these initial responses allows for more objective evaluation and reduces the risk of premature conclusions. Initiating a dialogue involves engaging in direct communication with one's inner masculine. The process begins with posing questions to understand the inner masculine's role in one's life. Exploring the inner masculine can provide insights into strength, logic, and protective instincts. Reflecting on the answers received can lead to a deeper understanding of personal motivations and behaviors. This introspective dialogue aims to integrate and balance masculine qualities within oneself. Inquire about the animus's strengths. Understand how the animus provides support. Explore the positive attributes and contributions of the animus. Evaluate the animus's role as a source of inner resilience and fortitude. Identifying weaknesses is crucial for self-awareness and personal growth. Acknowledging potential hindrances allows for proactive planning and mitigation strategies. Understanding limitations enables more realistic goal setting and expectation management. Evaluating weaknesses facilitates the development of compensatory strengths and adaptive behaviors. The Animus archetype represents the unconscious masculine side of a woman's personality. It influences a woman's thinking, opinions, and overall perspective on the world. The Animus can manifest as strong, often unexamined, beliefs and convictions. It can affect emotional reactions, leading to assertiveness or, conversely, defensiveness. Behaviors influenced by the animus may include a tendency to argue or a drive for achievement. Influence patterns are recurring behaviors or strategies that consistently affect decision-making. Identifying these patterns involves recognizing repeated actions, statements, or emotional cues from an individual. These patterns can be both positive, leading to beneficial outcomes, or negative, resulting in detrimental decisions. Understanding influence patterns can empower individuals to make more conscious and autonomous choices. Understanding the animus involves exploring its influence on one's relationships. Inquiring about the animus's perspective can reveal hidden patterns and dynamics within these relationships. This exploration aims to identify how the animus shapes expectations, reactions, and overall relational experiences. By understanding the animus's role, individuals can foster healthier and more conscious relationships. Understanding an individual's perspective on past relationships involves assessing their feelings and interpretations. An individual's views on past relationships can reveal insights into their emotional maturity and relationship patterns. Analyzing perspectives on past relationships may uncover potential insecurities or unresolved issues. An individual's reflections on past relationships can influence their expectations and behaviors in future relationships. Animus's desires for future relationships involve emotional connection and mutual understanding. He seeks relationships built on trust, respect, and open communication. Animus values personal growth and shared experiences within a relationship. He desires a partnership that fosters mutual support and encouragement. Personal boundaries define acceptable limits in relationships and interactions. Respect for boundaries involves acknowledging and honoring another person's limits. Disregarding boundaries can lead to discomfort, conflict, and damaged relationships. Open communication is essential for establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries. Understanding personal boundaries promotes self-respect and healthier relationships. Discussing boundaries facilitates mutual understanding and respect within relationships. Boundary violations involve one party influencing another to act against their established personal limits. Influence can manifest as subtle pressure or overt coercion, leading to compromise of one's values or needs. Recognizing boundary violations requires awareness of one's own limits and the ability to assert them. Consistent boundary violations can erode self-esteem and create feelings of resentment or disempowerment. Addressing boundary violations is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and personal well-being. Establishing clear boundaries involves defining acceptable and unacceptable behaviors. Expectations for behavior should be explicitly communicated to ensure mutual understanding. Consistent enforcement of boundaries is crucial for maintaining their effectiveness. Boundaries provide a sense of security and predictability in interactions. Effective boundaries promote healthy relationships and personal well-being. Acknowledging and appreciating the positive influences of the animus is essential. Gratitude can be expressed for the animus's role in personal growth and development. Recognizing the animus's contributions fosters a balanced inner landscape. Expressing thanks can help integrate the animus into the conscious self. Positive aspects of the animus may include assertiveness, logic, and courage. Acknowledging these qualities promotes inner harmony and self-understanding. Acknowledging positive contributions involves recognizing the support and guidance provided. Expressing gratitude reinforces positive relationships and fosters mutual respect. Specific examples of support and guidance enhance the impact of acknowledgement. Highlighting the positive impact of these contributions strengthens the message. Acknowledging contributions builds trust and strengthens collaborative relationships. This recognition fosters a positive environment and encourages continued support. Acknowledging the negative influences of the animus is the first step toward personal change. Identifying specific behaviors and thought patterns stemming from the animus allows for targeted intervention. Expressing a clear and firm desire for change weakens the animus's hold on the individual. Actively working to modify these behaviors and thoughts fosters personal growth and autonomy. Requesting behavioral change involves communicating a desire for altered actions or attitudes. Effective requests align with personal values and contribute towards achieving specific goals. The individual making the request seeks to modify another's behavior. This modification aims to bring the other's behavior into harmony with the requester's values. Ultimately, the request seeks to facilitate progress towards shared or individual objectives. Establish a foundation of mutual respect as the cornerstone of the negotiation. Cultivate understanding by actively listening to and acknowledging differing perspectives. Identify shared goals to create common ground and facilitate collaborative problem solving. Build a new relationship dynamic centered on fairness, transparency, and open communication. Identifying common ground involves discovering shared interests and mutual benefits. Shared goals provide a unified direction and purpose for collaborative efforts. Working together towards common ground fosters collaboration and mutual understanding. Focusing on shared objectives enhances cooperation and minimizes conflicts. Acknowledge the inner masculine for its candidness and openness to communication. Express gratitude for the insights gained through this internal exchange. Recognize the value of engaging in constructive dialogue with one's inner self. This internal dialogue fosters self-awareness and personal development. Deep breaths facilitate integration of the journaling experience. Grounding techniques help to re-establish a sense of presence and stability. Closing the journaling session allows for a mindful transition back to daily activities. The act of breathing promotes a sense of calm and centeredness after journaling. Integration and grounding are essential for processing emotions and insights gained during journaling. Journal entries serve as a record of thoughts, experiences, and reflections over time. Reviewing journal entries allows for the identification of patterns and trends in one's thinking and behavior. Insights gained from journal reviews can facilitate personal growth and self-awareness. Reflection on past entries provides opportunities to learn from mistakes and reinforce positive actions. Consistent journaling and review cycles enhance self-understanding and emotional intelligence. Identify recurring topics or ideas that frequently appear throughout the exercise. Recognize common threads or connections between different pieces of information or observations. Group similar themes together to form broader categories or overarching concepts. Analyze the patterns to understand underlying trends, relationships, and insights. Reflecting on this exercise can lead to changes in decisions about relationships. The exercise prompts a reevaluation of personal boundaries within relationships. Understanding personal values is crucial for making informed decisions about relationships and boundaries. Adjusting relationship dynamics requires thoughtful consideration of both individual needs and shared expectations. Understanding personal values and relationship needs is crucial when choosing a partner. Partner selection can be influenced by alignment with core beliefs and life goals. Past relationship patterns may unconsciously affect future partner preferences. Societal expectations and cultural norms can shape relationship choices. Establishing clear boundaries enhances self-respect and personal value. Healthy boundaries protect personal time and energy, preventing burnout and resentment. Consistent boundary maintenance fosters healthier relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Setting boundaries reduces stress and anxiety by clarifying expectations and limiting overcommitment. Strong boundaries enable individuals to prioritize their needs and goals, promoting personal growth and fulfillment. Effective boundary setting improves communication by clearly articulating personal limits and needs. Integrating insights into daily life involves applying learned knowledge to everyday situations and interactions. This integration allows for a more informed and effective approach to decision-making and problem-solving. Observing the impact of these insights can lead to personal growth and improved interpersonal relationships. Consistent application and reflection on these insights foster continuous learning and self-improvement. Applying new awareness enhances interpersonal relationships. New awareness facilitates career advancement and professional growth. Increased self-awareness supports the achievement of personal goals. Applying awareness involves conscious effort and consistent practice. New awareness promotes informed decision-making in various aspects of life. Behavioral changes can manifest as alterations in habits, routines, or social interactions. Emotional responses may shift in intensity, frequency, or appropriateness to situations. Changes in sleep patterns, appetite, or energy levels can be indicators of behavioral shifts. Increased irritability, anxiety, or withdrawal from social activities are common, emotional, and behavioral changes. Self-monitoring involves consciously noting and recording these changes in behavior and emotional responses. Tracking these changes provides valuable insights into underlying causes and potential interventions. Integration fosters inner confidence, thereby enhancing assertiveness. Inner confidence, derived from integration, reduces anxiety and fear, key inhibitors of assertiveness. Assertiveness, strengthened by integration, enables clear and direct communication of needs and boundaries. Integration promotes self-awareness, allowing individuals to understand and articulate their values and beliefs assertively. By aligning thoughts, feelings, and actions, integration reduces internal conflict, fostering a more assertive stance. Assertiveness, as an outcome of integration, facilitates healthier relationships and improved personal well-being. Integration of logic and intuition enhances the decision-making process. Balancing rational thought with instinctive understanding leads to improved outcomes. Effective decision-making combines analytical reasoning with creative insight. The synergy between logical processing and intuitive judgment optimizes strategic choices. By merging systematic analysis with instinctive perception, decision quality is significantly improved. Integration can foster emotional regulation. Inner stability is a key outcome of integration. Emotional regulation relies on the harmonious interaction of various cognitive processes. Integration provides a foundation for balanced emotional responses. Emotional regulation is enhanced through a unified sense of self. By integrating experiences, individuals can better manage their emotional states. Integration of the animus can lead to increased self-esteem. Self-acceptance is a key component of improved self-esteem through integration. The process of integration fosters a greater understanding and acceptance of one's inner self. Increased self-awareness contributes to a more positive self-image. By integrating the animus, individuals can develop a stronger sense of self-worth. This integration process promotes self-acceptance, ultimately enhancing self-esteem. Integration can unlock creativity by freeing the mind from limiting beliefs. The animus, when integrated, facilitates the release of mental constraints. Freeing the mind from limitations allows for new perspectives and innovative solutions. Creativity flourishes when mental barriers are removed through integration. Integrated thinking promotes a more open and receptive mindset, fostering creative output. The process of integration enhances cognitive flexibility, leading to increased creative potential. Integration enhances leadership skills. Integration promotes a clear vision. Integration facilitates decisive action. Clear vision enables leaders to set strategic goals effectively. Decisive action allows leaders to respond quickly to challenges and opportunities. Integrated leadership fosters adaptability and resilience in dynamic environments. Integration can foster self-reliance, which supports financial independence. Self-reliance involves the ability to manage one's own affairs and make independent decisions. Financial independence is achieved through proactive financial planning and responsible resource management. By promoting self-reliance, integration enhances the capacity for individuals to achieve financial stability and autonomy. Integration of personal and professional aspects can facilitate career advancement. Integration promotes increased confidence in professional settings. Competence is enhanced through the effective integration of skills and experiences. Confidence and competence are key drivers of career progression. Career advancement is a result of synergistic, personal, and professional integration. Integration fosters self-awareness, a critical component of personal growth. Through integration, individuals develop resilience, enabling them to overcome challenges. Self-awareness and resilience, enhanced by integration, accelerate personal growth. Personal growth is expedited as individuals become more attuned to their internal states and external environments. The process of integration cultivates a deeper understanding of oneself and the world, leading to enhanced personal development. Integration processes can foster spiritual development by facilitating access to inner wisdom. Connecting with one's inner wisdom deepens the understanding of self and the universe. Spiritual development involves the integration of conscious and unconscious aspects of the self. The animus, when integrated, can serve as a bridge to deeper spiritual insights and self-awareness. Integration enhances social connections through the promotion of authenticity. Authenticity, fostered by integration, allows individuals to present their true selves in social interactions. Genuine self-expression, a component of authenticity, strengthens interpersonal bonds. Shared experiences and mutual understanding are facilitated by authentic interactions. Stronger social connections, in turn, contribute to a sense of belonging and community. The cycle of integration, authenticity, and enhanced social connections creates a positive feedback loop. Integration can enhance overall well-being. Balance contributes to a state of well-being. Harmony promotes overall well-being. The animus plays a role in achieving integration. Integration involves combining different aspects of oneself. Well-being is a holistic state resulting from integration. Continued self-reflection is essential for maintaining a healthy relationship with the animus. Self-reflection allows for a deeper understanding of one's own thoughts, feelings, and motivations. Regular introspection can lead to improved self-awareness and emotional regulation. A healthy relationship with the animus fosters personal growth and psychological well-being. Without self-reflection, the animus can become a source of inner conflict and imbalance. Consistent self-assessment promotes a harmonious integration of the animus into one's personality. Regular journaling can be a tool for maintaining self-awareness. Journaling helps in understanding one's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Increased self-awareness can prevent animus projection. Animus projection involves attributing one's own unconscious characteristics to others. Journaling provides a safe space to explore and process these unconscious projections. By understanding oneself, individuals can reduce misinterpretations and improve interpersonal relationships. Therapy offers a secure environment for exploring the animus. Therapy can help understand the animus's influence. Exploring the animus can lead to deeper self-understanding. A safe space promotes open exploration and self-discovery. Understanding the animus can positively impact one's life. Therapy provides tools for navigating the complexities of the animus. Support groups provide a sense of community for individuals. Shared understanding is fostered within support group settings. Individuals find common ground through shared experiences in support groups. Support groups offer an environment of mutual empathy and validation. The collective experience within a support group promotes healing and resilience. Mindfulness practices aid in emotional regulation, fostering a balanced response to stimuli. These practices help prevent reactive behavior by increasing awareness of internal states. Increased awareness allows for conscious intervention before emotional escalation occurs. Mindfulness techniques provide tools for observing and managing emotional responses. Consistent mindfulness practice cultivates emotional resilience and reduces impulsive reactions. Creative expression serves as a conduit for internal experiences, facilitating animus integration. Engaging in artistic activities provides a channel for the expression of inner thoughts and emotions. Through creative outlets, individuals can externalize and process unconscious aspects of the animus. Creative expression allows for the exploration and understanding of one's inner self. The act of creating art facilitates the integration of the animus by bringing unconscious elements into conscious awareness. By providing a tangible form for inner experiences, creative expression aids in the process of animus integration. The animus, representing the unconscious masculine side of a woman, can be a source of inner strength. When integrated, the animus provides guidance and enhances decision-making abilities. Proper integration of the animus leads to a balanced psyche and increased self-awareness. Unlocking the animus's potential requires understanding and acceptance of its inherent qualities. The animus, when consciously engaged, can serve as a catalyst for personal growth and transformation. Conscious engagement with the animus facilitates a process of self-discovery and psychological integration. Through understanding and integrating the animus, individuals can unlock hidden potential and achieve greater self-awareness. The transformative power of the animus lies in its ability to challenge existing beliefs and foster new perspectives. By embracing the animus, individuals can navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and authenticity. The animus, when approached with respect and understanding, can serve as a valuable partner in life. Treating the animus with respect involves acknowledging its influence and integrating its qualities into one's personality. Understanding the animus requires introspection and a willingness to explore one's inner world. By fostering a healthy relationship with the animus, individuals can unlock new potentials and achieve greater self-awareness. Embracing the inner masculine can lead to greater autonomy. The inner masculine fosters self-reliance and independent decision-making. Cultivating inner masculine traits contributes to a sense of fulfillment. Autonomy and fulfillment are key components of personal growth and self-actualization. Achieving internal balance contributes to a more fulfilling life experience. Inner harmony can be cultivated through mindfulness and self-awareness practices. Personal fulfillment is enhanced by aligning one's actions with core values and beliefs. A balanced life integrates physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Sustained inner peace is achieved through consistent self-reflection and personal growth. Living authentically and autonomously represents the ultimate objective of animus integration. Authenticity involves aligning one's actions with their true values and beliefs. Autonomy is the capacity to make independent choices and govern one's own life. An integrated animus enables individuals to live in alignment with their true selves and exercise their free will. The opening visual features a solitary, robust tree in an expansive landscape. This imagery symbolizes independence through the tree's isolated presence. The tree's resilience is visually represented by its strong, upright posture. The vast landscape underscores the tree's self-reliance. The abstract nature of the scene enhances the symbolic representation. The visual narrative establishes a theme of self-sufficiency and fortitude. Individuation, in Carl Jung's psychology, is the process of becoming one's true self. This process involves differentiating from societal expectations and collective norms. Individuation leads to a unique and authentic sense of identity. The goal is psychological wholeness through integrating conscious and unconscious aspects of the personality. Living alone is presented as a conscious choice, reflecting a desire for autonomy. This choice emphasizes self-determination, highlighting the power to define one's own space and life. Independence, in this context, is not a default state, but an active decision. The narrative frames solitude as a positive expression of personal freedom and control. Choosing to live alone can reflect a woman's inner strength and capacity for independent living. Living alone often signifies a high degree of self-reliance and emotional resilience. Independent living demonstrates an ability to navigate life's challenges without constant external support. This choice underscores a woman's self-assuredness and comfort with her own company. Such decisions often reflect a proactive approach to personal growth and self-discovery. Self-awareness is a key characteristic of individuals who choose to live alone. This self-awareness reflects a deep understanding of one's own needs and desires. Understanding personal needs allows for informed and independent life choices. Living alone can foster self-reliance and personal growth through introspection. Increased self-awareness contributes to greater emotional well-being and life satisfaction. Living alone can be a transformative experience, fostering personal growth. Self-discovery is enhanced as individuals learn to rely on themselves. Independence cultivates resilience and resourcefulness in navigating life's challenges. Personal growth leads to increased self-awareness and a stronger sense of identity. Societal stereotypes often incorrectly associate women living alone with loneliness and lack of fulfillment. Living alone does not inherently equate to social isolation or an unfulfilled life. Many women find independence, personal growth, and empowerment through living alone. Challenging stereotypes requires recognizing the diverse experiences and choices of women. Promoting accurate portrayals of women living alone fosters greater understanding and respect. Living alone can be an empowering choice for women. It allows the definition of life on one's own terms. This enables the pursuit of passions without external constraints. Conscious choice is central to this empowerment. Living alone can reflect a woman's inner strength and emotional maturity. Independence fosters the ability to thrive and flourish on one's own terms. Self-reliance cultivates a deep understanding of personal needs and desires. Emotional maturity allows for navigating life's challenges with grace and resilience. Personal space becomes a sanctuary for self-discovery and reflection. Embracing solitude empowers women to define their own narratives and destinies. Women living alone often exhibit a strong sense of purpose. Living with intention involves making deliberate choices aligned with personal values. Pursuing goals that align with one's values fosters a sense of fulfillment and direction. Autonomy and independence contribute to the development of a strong personal identity. Self-reliance empowers women to define their own paths and achieve their aspirations. Independent women demonstrate a clear vision for their lives, setting defined goals. This vision involves knowing precisely what they want to achieve across different aspects of their lives. They proactively determine strategies to achieve their goals, demonstrating self-reliance. Independent women pursue their objectives without needing external validation or approval. This inner drive and self-assurance are key characteristics of independent women. Living alone promotes resilience in women. Independent living necessitates overcoming challenges. Adaptation to change is a key component of resilience. Resilience is built through self-reliance and problem-solving. Independent women develop enhanced coping mechanisms. Resilience empowers women to navigate life's complexities. Women living alone often develop wisdom through life experiences. Self-reflection is a key component of the wisdom gained. Living independently fosters opportunities for introspection and personal growth. This wisdom manifests as a deep understanding of oneself and the world. Living an authentic life fosters inner peace and harmony. Independence in thought and action cultivates a sense of self-reliance and tranquility. Inner harmony is achieved through alignment of personal values and daily actions. Authenticity and independence are key components of a fulfilling and peaceful existence. A solitary path symbolizes the personal journey of self-discovery. The act of walking represents forward progress and continuous movement in the pursuit of understanding. The vast, open landscape signifies the boundless potential and opportunities encountered during self-exploration. Serenity in the environment reflects the inner peace and clarity gained through introspection. The journey, though solitary, fosters independence and self-reliance. The tree symbolizes resilience, demonstrating the ability to withstand challenges. The tree's independent nature represents self-reliance and autonomy. Thriving in solitude underscores the tree's capacity to flourish without external support. The tree's strong trunk and branches visually represent stability and strength. The deep roots anchor the tree, providing a solid foundation against adversity. The tree's foliage captures sunlight, symbolizing energy and vitality. Living alone fosters self-reliance and confidence in women. Independence cultivates a strong sense of personal agency and decision-making. Self-sufficiency enhances problem-solving skills and resilience in challenging situations. Autonomy promotes emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Personal growth and empowerment are key outcomes of self-reliant living. Choosing to live alone often indicates emotional maturity and the capacity for independent decision-making. Emotional maturity involves self-awareness, responsibility, and the ability to manage one's own emotions effectively. Independent choices reflect the ability to prioritize personal values and goals. Living alone can foster self-reliance and a deeper understanding of one's own needs and preferences. Women living alone often achieve personal fulfillment through dedicated individual pursuits. Passions such as art, technology, and entrepreneurship provide avenues for self-discovery and growth. Individual hobbies and interests contribute significantly to a sense of independence and self-reliance. Personal projects foster creativity and provide a sense of accomplishment. Pursuing personal goals enhances self-esteem and overall well-being. The freedom to explore individual passions leads to a more enriched and fulfilling life. Societal norms often define success for women through the lens of romantic relationships. This video challenges the conventional definition of success, advocating for a broader perspective. Happiness for women is not contingent upon being in a romantic relationship. Redefining success involves recognizing diverse paths to fulfillment beyond traditional expectations. Empowering women to define success on their own terms fosters independence and self-reliance. Autonomy emphasizes the significance of self-governance. Autonomy is defined by the ability to make choices aligned with personal values. Self-governance enables individuals to act independently. The alignment of choices with values is critical for maintaining autonomy. Autonomy fosters a sense of personal responsibility and empowerment. Introspection is a fundamental process for self-discovery. Self-reflection involves examining one's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Through introspection, individuals gain insights into their values, beliefs, and motivations. Self-discovery is enhanced by actively engaging in introspection and reflective practices. Living independently requires significant mental strength to overcome challenges. Emotional fortitude is essential for managing stress and maintaining well-being when living alone. Problem-solving skills are crucial for handling unexpected situations and maintaining self-sufficiency. Self-discipline is necessary for establishing routines and achieving personal goals while living independently. Adaptability helps individuals adjust to new environments and changing circumstances in independent living. Resilience enables individuals to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook. Women living alone frequently challenge and surpass limitations set by societal norms. Breaking barriers involves overcoming expectations related to independence and self-reliance. Living alone fosters resilience and resourcefulness in navigating daily challenges. Independence achieved through overcoming limitations leads to personal growth and empowerment. Continuous personal growth is essential for adapting to evolving environments and achieving long-term success. Self-improvement involves actively enhancing one's skills, knowledge, and character traits. Personal growth leads to increased self-awareness, resilience, and overall well-being. Investing in personal development yields significant returns in both professional and personal life. Effective self-improvement strategies include setting goals, seeking feedback, and embracing lifelong learning. Independence is celebrated through the portrayal of women living alone. Empowering choices are highlighted, reflecting the autonomy of women in their living spaces. Living alone signifies the freedom to make personal decisions and express individuality. The concept of independence is visually represented through open spaces and personal touches. Emotional well-being is crucial for women living alone to maintain mental and psychological health. Self-care practices are essential for managing stress and promoting a positive emotional state. Regular exercise can significantly improve mood and reduce feelings of loneliness. Mindfulness and meditation practices help center the mind and promote emotional stability. Connecting with friends and family provides emotional support and reduces feelings of isolation. Engaging in hobbies and creative activities fosters a sense of purpose and joy. Effective coping mechanisms are essential for building resilience. Resilience enables individuals to navigate challenges independently. Coping mechanisms can include problem-focused and emotion-focused strategies. Building resilience through coping mechanisms enhances overall well-being and adaptability. Fostering self-esteem is crucial for psychological well-being. Positive self-image contributes significantly to overall life satisfaction. Self-esteem and self-image are interconnected elements of mental health. Building self-esteem involves recognizing and valuing one's own strengths and abilities. Maintaining a positive self-image requires consistent self-compassion and acceptance. Establishing healthy boundaries is essential for maintaining personal independence. Boundaries protect autonomy by defining the limits of acceptable interaction with others. Clear boundaries foster self-respect and prevent emotional overextension. Respecting personal boundaries strengthens relationships and promotes mutual understanding. The video promotes the importance of women independently pursuing their passions. Individual interests should be explored without seeking external approval or validation. Self-validation is key to personal growth and fulfillment. Embracing individual passions fosters self-confidence and independence. The video encourages women to define their own success and happiness. Finding purpose is achieved through engaging in activities that hold personal meaning. Meaningful activities contribute to a sense of fulfillment and overall well-being. Purpose can be derived from making contributions to one's community or society. Engaging in activities aligned with personal values enhances the sense of purpose. Meaningful activities often involve utilizing one's unique skills and talents. The pursuit of purpose through meaningful activity is a continuous and evolving process. Solitude provides an opportunity for self-reflection, fostering personal growth and introspection. Embracing solitude allows individuals to disconnect from external distractions and focus on their inner thoughts and feelings. Self-reflection in solitude can lead to increased self-awareness and a deeper understanding of one's values and beliefs. The practice of embracing solitude enhances emotional regulation and promotes mental well-being. Cultivating gratitude involves actively recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of life. Appreciating simple joys enhances overall well-being and fosters a positive mindset. Gratitude shifts focus from what is lacking to what is present and valuable. Regularly acknowledging blessings can lead to increased happiness and resilience. Expressing gratitude strengthens relationships and fosters a sense of connection. Seeking support involves actively reaching out to others for assistance and guidance. Building a strong community provides a network of friends and allies for mutual encouragement. Support networks offer emotional, informational, and practical assistance. A supportive community fosters resilience and empowerment. Women possess the capacity to empower others, fostering growth and development. Empowerment catalyzes positive change within communities and organizations. Inspiring change involves motivating individuals to reach their full potential. The collective effort of empowered women drives meaningful societal progress. Living authentically involves aligning one's actions with their true self. Embracing one's true self is essential for personal fulfillment and well-being. Authenticity fosters genuine connections with others, built on honesty and transparency. Living in accordance with one's values promotes inner peace and reduces internal conflict. Authenticity requires self-awareness and acceptance of one's strengths and weaknesses. Celebrating achievements, both large and small, is crucial for recognizing success. Acknowledging accomplishments fosters a sense of value and encourages continued effort. Recognizing success reinforces positive behaviors and strengthens self-esteem. Celebrating milestones provides motivation and reinforces the value of perseverance. Publicly acknowledging achievements can inspire others and create a culture of success. Building confidence is essential for pursuing and achieving personal goals. Overcoming fear is a critical step in the process of building confidence. Confidence can be built through incremental steps and positive reinforcement. Fear often stems from uncertainty and can be mitigated by planning and preparation. Pursuing goals requires a combination of confidence in one's abilities and strategies for managing fear. Embracing change is essential for navigating life's inherent uncertainties. Adaptability allows individuals to respond effectively to new circumstances and challenges. Resilience enables individuals to recover quickly from difficulties and setbacks. Grace in adapting to change fosters inner peace and emotional well-being. Cultivating a mindset of acceptance and flexibility supports personal growth and development. Fostering self-love is essential for psychological well-being and personal growth. Self-acceptance involves acknowledging and embracing one's strengths and weaknesses without judgment. Practicing self-compassion reduces self-criticism and promotes a healthier self-image. Cultivating self-love and self-acceptance leads to increased resilience and emotional stability. Creating a personal sanctuary involves designing a living space that promotes comfort and well-being. A nurturing living space enhances mental clarity and reduces stress. Personalizing the environment with meaningful items fosters a sense of belonging and security. Maintaining cleanliness and order in the living space contributes to overall emotional health. Mindfulness involves focusing one's awareness on the present moment. Practicing mindfulness enhances the ability to fully experience the current situation. Mindfulness cultivates a non-judgmental acceptance of thoughts and feelings as they arise. Living in the present moment reduces anxiety and promotes overall well-being. Setting goals provides direction and purpose, guiding actions towards desired outcomes. Passion fuels the dedication and perseverance required to overcome obstacles in the pursuit of dreams. Determination strengthens resolve, enabling individuals to persist despite setbacks and challenges. Achieving goals fosters a sense of accomplishment and motivates further growth and development. Dreams provide a vision of what is possible, inspiring individuals to strive for more. The combination of goal setting, passion, and determination is essential for realizing one's full potential. Finding joy involves appreciating the small, everyday moments. Simple pleasures can significantly enhance overall well-being and happiness. Mindfulness and gratitude are key components in recognizing and valuing simple joys. Engaging in simple activities promotes relaxation and reduces stress. Nurturing creativity is essential for personal growth and innovation. Artistic expression provides an outlet for emotions and ideas. Creative activities enhance cognitive functions and problem-solving skills. Expressing oneself through art fosters self-awareness and confidence. Artistic endeavors contribute to cultural enrichment and societal progress. Connecting with nature promotes physical and mental well-being. Outdoor activities provide opportunities for exercise and stress reduction. Engaging in outdoor activities fosters a sense of connection with the environment. Spending time in nature can enhance creativity and problem-solving skills. Outdoor activities offer a chance to disconnect from technology and reconnect with one's self. Continuous learning enhances adaptability and problem-solving capabilities. Acquiring new skills broadens perspectives and fosters innovation. Expanding horizons opens doors to diverse opportunities and personal growth. New skills contribute to increased self-confidence and resilience. Lifelong learning is essential for staying relevant in a rapidly evolving world. Embracing new challenges fosters intellectual curiosity and personal fulfillment. Volunteering offers women the opportunity to contribute their time and skills to community betterment. Community involvement allows women to share their talents, fostering local development and empowerment. Giving back strengthens social bonds and creates a supportive environment for all community members. Volunteering provides avenues for personal growth and the development of new skills. Active participation in community service enhances women's leadership roles and visibility. By volunteering, women contribute to a cycle of positive change and community resilience. Forgiveness involves a conscious decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance towards someone who has wronged you. Letting go signifies the act of releasing emotional attachments to past hurts and grievances. The practice of forgiveness can lead to improved mental and emotional well-being. Releasing past hurts allows for personal growth and the ability to form healthier relationships. Holding on to resentment can create a cycle of negativity, impacting various aspects of life. Forgiveness does not excuse the actions of the offender but frees the individual from the burden of anger and pain. Building strong relationships is essential for personal and professional growth. Meaningful connections foster trust, collaboration, and mutual support. Strong relationships enhance communication and understanding between individuals. Cultivating meaningful connections leads to increased opportunities and shared success. Expressing gratitude involves actively acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of one's life. Appreciating others strengthens relationships and fosters a sense of connection and mutual respect. Gratitude can be expressed through verbal affirmations, written notes, or acts of kindness. Cultivating gratitude enhances overall well-being and promotes a more positive outlook on life. Establishing healthy boundaries is essential for protecting personal energy and overall well-being. Healthy boundaries define limits on what one will accept from others in terms of behavior and expectations. Setting boundaries helps prevent emotional exhaustion and burnout by preserving personal resources. Effective boundaries require clear communication and consistent enforcement. Protecting one's energy through boundaries fosters healthier relationships and improves self-esteem. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding. Practicing self-compassion can improve overall well-being. Self-compassion entails recognizing one's own suffering without judgment. Treating oneself with kindness can reduce feelings of self-criticism. Self-compassion promotes a more balanced and positive self-perception. The practice of self-compassion encourages self-acceptance. Celebrating diversity involves recognizing and appreciating the variety of differences among individuals. Embracing differences requires accepting and valuing individuals regardless of their backgrounds or characteristics. Diversity and inclusion foster a more equitable and harmonious environment for everyone. Promoting diversity and inclusion enriches society by bringing different perspectives and experiences together. Promoting equality involves advocating for equal rights and opportunities for all individuals, regardless of gender. Fighting injustice requires active opposition to discriminatory practices and systemic inequalities. Equality ensures that every individual has the same access to resources, education, and legal protection. Injustice often manifests as unequal treatment based on gender, race, or socioeconomic status. Advocacy for equality and justice involves raising awareness, challenging biases, and supporting policy changes. Achieving a just society requires continuous effort and commitment to dismantling systemic barriers and promoting inclusivity. Women possess the capacity to significantly influence and improve the world. Positive impact involves actively contributing to the betterment of society and the environment. Making a difference entails taking actions that lead to meaningful and positive change. Empowerment of women is a catalyst for widespread positive change. Women's contributions span diverse fields, driving innovation and progress. Collective action amplifies the positive impact women can achieve. Living with purpose involves actively defining and pursuing personally significant goals. A meaningful life is characterized by a sense of fulfillment and contribution to something larger than oneself. Purpose provides direction and motivation, fostering resilience in the face of challenges. Creating a meaningful life often involves aligning one's actions with core values and beliefs. Self-reflection and continuous learning are essential components of a purpose-driven life. Living with purpose enhances well-being and fosters a sense of connection with the world. Empowering future generations is a critical goal. Inspiring young women is essential for societal progress. Education and mentorship play key roles in empowerment. Providing opportunities fosters confidence and leadership skills. Role models demonstrate the potential for young women to achieve greatness. Support networks provide encouragement and resources for future success. The script celebrates womanhood, acknowledging the diverse roles and contributions of women. It honors the unique strengths inherent in women, such as resilience, empathy, and leadership. The narrative emphasizes the qualities of women, showcasing their multifaceted nature and capabilities. The script aims to uplift and empower women by recognizing their achievements and potential. The celebration of womanhood includes acknowledging historical contributions and paving the way for future generations. The script underscores the importance of equality and inclusivity in celebrating the strengths and qualities of women. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Effective strategies for fostering resilience include building strong support networks. Another key component of resilience is maintaining a positive outlook. Developing problem-solving skills is essential for overcoming adversity and building resilience. Building self-esteem is crucial for overall well-being and personal growth. Positive self-talk involves consciously choosing encouraging and supportive thoughts. Affirmations are positive statements used to reinforce self-worth and capabilities. Regularly practicing positive self-talk can lead to increased confidence and resilience. Positive self-talk helps to challenge and reframe negative thought patterns. Consistent positive affirmations contribute to a more positive self-image and improved self-esteem. Creating a supportive network is crucial for personal and professional growth. A supportive network fosters a sense of belonging and reduces feelings of isolation. Sisterhood, as a form of supportive network, provides emotional support and encouragement. Supportive networks offer diverse perspectives and constructive feedback. Active participation and mutual respect are essential for a thriving, supportive network. Supportive networks can enhance resilience and improve overall well-being. Self-care involves intentionally prioritizing one's own well-being. Prioritizing well-being enhances mental and emotional health. Effective self-care strategies include relaxation techniques and mindfulness practices. Engaging in hobbies and creative activities contributes to self-care. Maintaining healthy relationships and social connections supports overall well-being. Consistent self-care practices lead to improved resilience and a greater sense of personal fulfillment. Setting intentions involves consciously defining desired outcomes or goals. Manifesting desires is the process of bringing those intentions into reality through focused thought and action. Intentions act as a roadmap, guiding actions and decisions toward specific objectives. Focused thought amplifies the energy and commitment required to achieve desired results. The combination of clear intentions and consistent action facilitates the manifestation of desired outcomes. Embracing vulnerability is essential for fostering genuine human connections. Vulnerability involves openly sharing one's true self, including imperfections and emotions. Authentic connections are built on mutual trust, empathy, and acceptance. Sharing personal experiences and feelings allows others to relate and offer support. Creating a safe and non-judgmental space encourages vulnerability and strengthens relationships. Living intentionally involves making conscious choices rather than acting on impulse or habit. Intentional living requires awareness of one's values, goals, and priorities. Conscious choices are made through careful consideration and evaluation of potential outcomes. Intentional actions align with one's core beliefs and contribute to a sense of purpose and fulfillment. The script emphasizes the importance of creating a lasting legacy. Leaving a positive mark on the world is a central theme. Women are encouraged to actively shape their legacies through meaningful contributions. The script promotes the idea that everyone has the potential to create a significant and positive impact. A legacy is defined by the positive changes one inspires in others and the world. Celebrating successes and acknowledging achievements are vital for morale and motivation. Recognition reinforces positive behaviors and encourages continued high performance. Acknowledging milestones fosters a sense of value and belonging within a team or organization. Consistent celebration of success builds a positive and productive work environment. Achieving balance is essential for creating a harmonious life. Balance involves the equitable distribution of time and energy across various life domains. A harmonious life integrates personal well-being with professional fulfillment. Cultivating balance requires conscious effort and mindful prioritization. Fostering inner peace involves cultivating a state of mental and emotional calmness. Serenity is a state of being free from disturbance. It is a key component of mental well-being. Cultivating inner peace and serenity can reduce stress and improve overall psychological health. Techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, and deep breathing exercises can help to foster inner peace. Building confidence is essential for women to realize their full potential and overcome challenges. Embracing individual strengths allows women to leverage their unique talents and perspectives. Confidence and strength are interconnected, creating a positive feedback loop for personal and professional growth. Recognizing and valuing one's strengths fosters a resilient mindset, enabling women to navigate adversity effectively. Self-love involves accepting oneself fully, including imperfections and flaws. Practicing self-love enhances emotional well-being and resilience. Self-acceptance is a fundamental aspect of self-love, fostering inner peace and contentment. Embracing self-love promotes healthier relationships with others. Consistent self-compassion and positive self-talk are key components of self-love practice. The script promotes living authentically, encouraging women to embrace their true selves. Authenticity involves expressing one's genuine thoughts, feelings, and values without pretense. True self-expression fosters confidence, resilience, and deeper connections with others. Living authentically requires self-awareness and acceptance of one's strengths and vulnerabilities. Embracing authenticity leads to a more fulfilling and meaningful life experience. Empowering others involves providing the resources and support needed for individuals to realize their potential. Uplifting women specifically focuses on addressing gender-based inequalities and promoting female advancement. Empowerment leads to increased self-confidence and agency in decision-making. Uplifting women contributes to stronger communities and more equitable societies. Access to education and economic opportunities are key factors in empowering women. Collective action and mutual support amplify the impact of individual empowerment efforts. Solitude fosters an environment conducive to the reduction of ego defenses. Lowered ego defenses in solitude facilitate the emergence of previously unseen aspects of the self. These previously unseen aspects are often referred to as shadow material. Solitude provides a unique environment for self-discovery. The emergence of shadow material allows for a deeper understanding of the self. This process of self-discovery can lead to personal growth and transformation. Shadow material encompasses emotions, behaviors, and beliefs that are disowned or repressed. These elements are perceived as negative or unacceptable by the conscious mind. Repressed emotions and behaviors are often disowned to maintain a positive self-image. Disowned shadow material can manifest as projection onto others. Integration of shadow material involves acknowledging and accepting these disowned aspects of the self. Acknowledging shadow material can lead to greater self-awareness and psychological wholeness. Shadow elements encompass emotions such as anger, fear, dependency, and jealousy. Feelings of inadequacy also constitute common shadow elements. Shadow elements represent parts of the self that are often concealed from conscious awareness. These hidden aspects of the self are frequently kept secret from others. The shadow self includes aspects that individuals may find unacceptable or undesirable. Recognizing shadow elements is the first step towards self-awareness and personal growth. Solitude can amplify internal experiences, enhancing awareness of emotional triggers. Triggers are stimuli or situations that elicit strong emotional responses. These triggers can activate shadow material, which are unconscious or repressed aspects of the personality. Recognizing triggers in solitude facilitates the integration of shadow material into conscious awareness. Solitude reduces external distractions, leading to increased focus on internal states. The absence of external stimuli can amplify underlying emotions. Vulnerabilities may become more pronounced in a state of isolation. Emotional amplification in solitude can lead to heightened self-awareness. The intensity of amplified emotions depends on individual psychological factors. The absence of social interaction reduces the need to maintain a specific persona. Without social pressures, repressed feelings may surface more readily. Solitude can lead to a decrease in psychological defenses. The lack of external validation allows for unfiltered emotional experiences. Repressed emotions, no longer suppressed by social expectations, emerge. Solitude provides an environment where authentic feelings can be explored. The initial step in shadow work involves identifying triggers that elicit shadow reactions. Shadow reactions are strong, emotional responses provoked by specific situations, people, or thoughts. Becoming aware of these triggers is crucial for understanding and integrating the shadow self. Situations, people, or thoughts that provoke strong emotional responses should be carefully observed. Paying attention to internal reactions provides insight into the nature and origin of shadow aspects. The process of noticing triggers facilitates self-awareness and personal growth. Identify the emotional trigger. Acknowledge the emotional response. Observe the emotional response without judgment. Simply notice the feelings that arise. Emotional awareness involves recognizing and accepting internal states. Emotional awareness is a skill that can be developed through practice. Emotional responses are often accompanied by distinct physical sensations. Increased heart rate is a common physical manifestation of heightened emotions. Muscle tension can arise as a physical response to emotional stress or anxiety. Changes in breathing patterns often correlate with different emotional states. Paying attention to these physical sensations can provide insights into underlying emotions. Mindful awareness of physical sensations aids in emotional regulation and self-understanding. Approach shadow material with curiosity and acceptance, rather than criticism or self-condemnation. Shadow material represents parts of the self that deserve understanding. Non-judgmental observation is key to integrating shadow aspects of the self. Practice involves approaching difficult or uncomfortable aspects of oneself with openness. A written inventory of identified shadow traits and behaviors is created for concrete record-keeping. The inventory serves as a tangible reference point for further psychological exploration. Documenting shadow traits provides a structured framework for self-awareness and personal growth. The written record facilitates a deeper understanding of unconscious patterns and motivations. Identifying recurring patterns in shadow material involves recognizing consistent triggers. Repeated emotional responses are key indicators of underlying patterns within shadow material. Consistent triggers and repeated emotional responses reveal underlying themes or beliefs. Analyzing patterns helps to understand the core beliefs driving shadow behavior. The shadow self's traits and behaviors originate from various sources. Past experiences significantly contribute to the development of shadow material. Understanding the origins of shadow traits involves tracing back to formative experiences. Identifying the root causes helps in integrating shadow elements into the conscious self. Exploring origins facilitates self-awareness and personal growth. Integration involves accepting shadow material as part of the whole self. Acknowledging shadow material is a key step in the integration process. Integration contrasts with suppressing or denying shadow aspects. Complete integration leads to a more balanced and complete sense of self. Psychological projection involves attributing one's own undesirable qualities or emotions to another person. This defense mechanism allows individuals to avoid acknowledging uncomfortable aspects of themselves. Recognizing and reclaiming projections can lead to increased self-awareness and personal growth. By understanding projections, individuals can gain valuable insights into their own hidden traits and motivations. Addressing projections fosters healthier relationships by promoting genuine understanding and empathy. Identifying irritating qualities in others can reveal projected disowned traits. Projection occurs when one attributes their own unacceptable thoughts or feelings to someone else. Disowned traits are aspects of oneself that are rejected or repressed from conscious awareness. Self-awareness involves recognizing and integrating these disowned traits to achieve psychological wholeness. Self-reflection involves identifying traits one projects onto others. Acknowledging these projected traits is the first step toward self-awareness. Integrating projected traits can lead to a more complete understanding of one's own personality. Projection can be a defense mechanism, attributing unwanted qualities to others. Reclaiming projections involves recognizing these disowned aspects within oneself. Shadow material contains valuable information about unmet needs, unresolved conflicts, and untapped potential. Examining shadow material can guide personal growth by revealing areas requiring attention and development. Unmet needs manifest as desires or necessities that are not being adequately fulfilled. Unresolved conflicts represent internal or external struggles that hinder progress and well-being. The vignette introduces a scenario where an individual experiences intense anger when alone and reflecting on their career. This scenario serves as a case study to illustrate the shadow work process. The individual's anger is triggered by solitary reflection on their career. Shadow work aims to bring unconscious aspects of the self into conscious awareness. The process involves identifying and understanding the root causes of these intense emotional reactions. Through shadow work, individuals can integrate these disowned aspects and achieve greater self-acceptance. The identified trigger is moments of solitude. Career dissatisfaction surfaces during these moments of solitude. Solitude acts as a catalyst for negative career reflections. The trigger event is a combination of isolation and professional frustration. Identifying the trigger allows for proactive intervention strategies. Understanding the trigger is the first step towards managing career-related stress. The emotional response involves experiencing intense anger. This anger can be directed inward, leading to self-directed animosity. Alternatively, the anger may be directed outward, targeting others. The intensity of the emotional response can be overwhelming and consuming. This emotional state often results in destructive behaviors and impaired judgment. The shadow inventory uncovers latent psychological traits. Resentment, as revealed by the shadow inventory, is a common negative emotion. Self-doubt, another trait identified, manifests as uncertainty and lack of confidence. Fear of failure is a significant component of the shadow self. These traits, when recognized, can be addressed through psychological exploration. Projection involves attributing one's own unacceptable thoughts or feelings onto another person. Feelings of inadequacy can be projected onto successful colleagues, leading to misinterpretations of their behavior. This defense mechanism serves to protect one's self-esteem by externalizing negative self-perceptions. Recognizing projection requires introspection and a willingness to acknowledge one's own vulnerabilities. Acknowledging shadow traits is the first step towards self-awareness. Acceptance of shadow traits fosters a more realistic self-perception. Integration of shadow traits leads to increased self-compassion. Shadow integration enables a more balanced and compassionate view of oneself. By integrating shadow traits, a person develops a more comprehensive understanding of their whole self. Addressing career dissatisfaction involves taking actionable steps. Seeking new job opportunities is a proactive approach to career change. Developing new skills enhances career prospects and opens doors to different roles. Actionable steps can include networking with professionals in desired fields. Pursuing further education or certifications is a concrete step toward career advancement. Taking on new projects or responsibilities within the current role can lead to growth. Shadow work enhances self-awareness, providing deeper insights into personal motivations. Understanding one's shadow self leads to a more comprehensive understanding of personal behaviors. Increased self-awareness facilitates the identification of underlying drivers behind actions. By exploring the shadow self, individuals can better understand their reactions and emotional responses. Self-awareness gained through shadow work supports personal growth and improved decision-making. Reclaiming projections enhances interpersonal relationships by fostering acceptance and understanding. Projection involves attributing one's own unacceptable thoughts or feelings to another person. Understanding projection allows individuals to recognize and own their own emotions, rather than misattributing them. Reduced projection leads to more accurate perceptions of others, improving empathy and connection. Greater self-awareness and emotional regulation are key to minimizing projection in relationships. Shadow work enhances emotional regulation. Emotional regulation reduces the intensity of shadow reactions. Shadow work decreases the frequency of shadow reactions. Through shadow work, individuals gain better control over their emotional responses. Shadow work promotes personal growth by integrating disowned aspects of the self. The process of shadow work unlocks untapped potential within the individual. Integrating disowned aspects leads to a more complete and authentic self-perception. Shadow work facilitates self-discovery and a deeper understanding of one's motivations and behaviors. By confronting and accepting the shadow self, individuals can experience greater emotional freedom and resilience. Shadow work is a continuous process of self-discovery and integration. This ongoing process requires patience, compassion, and self-awareness. Shadow work involves confronting uncomfortable truths about oneself. The goal of shadow work is to integrate these hidden aspects into a more complete and authentic self. Embracing imperfection involves accepting that everyone possesses shadow material. Shadow material represents the aspects of oneself that are often hidden or repressed. Acknowledging shadow material is a fundamental aspect of the human experience. Acceptance of imperfection fosters self-compassion and understanding. Denying shadow material can lead to psychological distress and imbalance. Integrating shadow material promotes wholeness and psychological well-being. Seeking support from therapists or counselors is advisable when engaging in shadow work. Trusted friends can provide valuable emotional support during the shadow work process. Shadow work can be a challenging journey, requiring courage and self-compassion. Despite its challenges, shadow work can ultimately be a rewarding and transformative experience. Journaling can be used as a tool to explore and process shadow material. Writing about triggers can help in understanding emotional responses. Journaling provides insights into the underlying causes of emotional reactions. Consistent journaling facilitates self-awareness and emotional regulation. Through journaling, shadow material can be integrated into the conscious self. Meditation involves cultivating mindfulness, focusing on the present moment without judgment. Mindfulness allows one to observe thoughts and emotions as they arise, without getting carried away by them. Non-judgmental awareness involves accepting thoughts and emotions without labeling them as good or bad. Regular meditation practice can lead to increased self-awareness and emotional regulation. Through consistent practice, meditation fosters a greater sense of inner peace and well-being. Creative expression, including painting, offers a channel for transforming shadow material. Writing provides a medium to process and reshape shadow aspects of the psyche. Music serves as an outlet to express and transmute shadow emotions and experiences. Engaging in creative activities allows for the externalization and cathartic release of internal shadow material. Through creative expression, shadow material can be transformed into constructive and meaningful forms. Body signals and sensations offer valuable insights into one's emotional state. Paying attention to physical sensations can provide clues about underlying emotions. Increased awareness of the body's signals facilitates emotional understanding. Emotional states are often reflected in physiological responses. Mindfulness practices enhance the ability to perceive and interpret body signals. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding. It is especially important to practice self-compassion when experiencing difficult emotions. Self-compassion helps to mitigate the impact of negative self-talk and self-criticism. Practicing self-compassion can lead to increased emotional resilience and well-being. Self-compassion is a skill that can be developed through consistent practice and mindfulness. Establishing healthy boundaries is essential for self-protection. Boundaries act as a safeguard against triggers that can negatively impact well-being. Toxic relationships can be mitigated by implementing and maintaining clear boundaries. Healthy boundaries involve defining personal limits and communicating them effectively. Consistent enforcement of boundaries reinforces self-respect and autonomy. Setting boundaries is a proactive approach to managing relationships and protecting mental health. Forgiveness involves releasing feelings of resentment towards oneself and others. Practicing self-forgiveness is crucial for personal healing and growth. Forgiving others promotes emotional well-being and healthier relationships. Resentment can hinder personal progress and create emotional barriers. Forgiveness is an active process that requires conscious effort and understanding. The act of forgiveness can lead to a sense of liberation and inner peace. Some aspects of past experiences may persist despite efforts to eliminate them. Complete eradication of all negative experiences is not always possible or necessary. Managing and integrating challenging aspects into one's life can lead to a more balanced existence. Acceptance involves acknowledging the presence of difficult emotions or memories without judgment. Integration allows for the incorporation of past experiences into the present self. Effective management involves developing coping mechanisms and strategies to navigate challenging situations. Seeking feedback from trusted individuals can reveal personal blind spots. Feedback helps identify shadow traits, aspects of personality not readily acknowledged. Trusted friends and family provide valuable insights into unrecognized behaviors and tendencies. Understanding blind spots and shadow traits promotes self-awareness and personal growth. Constructive criticism facilitates a more complete and accurate self-perception. The process of seeking and integrating feedback is essential for continuous self-improvement. Shadow dialogue involves engaging with one's shadow self to explore unconscious aspects of personality. This practice can be conducted through written exercises or visualized interactions. The goal is to understand the needs and motivations driving the shadow self. Shadow work aims to integrate disowned or repressed aspects of the psyche. Understanding the shadow can lead to greater self-awareness and personal growth. By acknowledging and integrating the shadow, individuals can achieve a more balanced and authentic sense of self. Dream analysis involves interpreting dream content to uncover hidden meanings and psychological insights. Symbolic representations in dreams can reflect unconscious thoughts, emotions, and unresolved conflicts. Shadow material represents the repressed or disowned aspects of the self, often appearing in dreams as negative figures or situations. Analyzing dream narratives helps to identify recurring themes and patterns related to shadow material. Understanding shadow material through dream analysis can lead to greater self-awareness and personal growth. Rituals and ceremonies can be designed to honor and integrate the shadow self. The shadow self represents aspects of the personality that are often repressed or disowned. Integration involves acknowledging and accepting these disowned aspects, rather than suppressing them. Rituals can provide a structured way to engage with and process these challenging emotions. Ceremonies offer a symbolic space for transformation and healing of the shadow self. Spending time in nature facilitates a connection with one's inner self. Nature immersion can provide perspective on shadow material. Connecting with nature can lead to increased self-awareness. Nature offers a space for introspection and understanding of one's inner landscape. Shadow art involves creating artistic representations of shadow materials using colors, shapes, and symbols. The selection of colors, shapes, and symbols should resonate with the artist's personal connection to the shadow material. Color can represent the emotional or energetic qualities associated with the shadow material. Shapes can be used to abstractly represent the form and structure of the shadow material. Symbols can add layers of meaning and narrative to the shadow art, reflecting deeper interpretations. The final artwork is a personal expression that captures the essence of the shadow material through artistic interpretation. Movement can be used as a tool to express and release shadow material. Engaging in dance allows for the physical manifestation of inner emotional states. Shadow material, often repressed or unconscious, can be brought to the surface through physical expression. The act of moving and dancing facilitates the exploration and integration of disowned aspects of the self. Through conscious movement, individuals can process and transform challenging emotions and experiences. Sound can be used to interact with and manipulate shadow material. Exploring the relationship between sound frequency and shadow transformation reveals unique visual patterns. Different musical instruments produce distinct shadow effects due to their unique sonic characteristics. Real-time sound analysis can drive dynamic shadow animations, creating a responsive visual experience. Manipulating sound parameters such as volume and pitch directly influences the size and intensity of shadows. The combination of sound and shadow creates an immersive sensory experience, blurring the lines between auditory and visual perception. Shadow work involves exploring and understanding the unconscious aspects of one's personality. Sharing shadow material with oneself or others can provide valuable insights and alternative perspectives. The process of shadow storytelling facilitates self-awareness and personal growth. Gaining perspective on shadow material can lead to greater self-acceptance and integration. Shadow play involves expressing shadow material in a secure and managed setting. Engaging in playful activities is essential for exploring shadow material. Shadow play provides a safe environment for creative expression. Controlled environments enhance the exploration of shadow properties. Practice is key to mastering shadow manipulation and creative shadow expression. Shadow journaling utilizes specific prompts to facilitate exploration of shadow material. Journaling prompts act as structured guides for self-reflection on unconscious aspects of the personality. These prompts encourage individuals to confront and understand repressed emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. Consistent use of shadow journaling can lead to increased self-awareness and personal growth. Effective prompts are designed to elicit honest and vulnerable responses, fostering deeper introspection. Shadow journaling provides a safe and private space for exploring difficult or uncomfortable aspects of the self. Guided meditation scripts facilitate connection with the shadow self. Shadow integration involves acknowledging and accepting disowned aspects of the personality. Meditation scripts provide a structured approach to exploring unconscious patterns and emotions. The shadow self encompasses repressed fears, desires, and unresolved conflicts. Integrating the shadow self can lead to greater self-awareness and psychological wholeness. Shadow art prompts guide the creation of artwork based on shadow materials. Art prompts provide specific instructions for shadow-based artistic expression. Shadow materials serve as the foundation for creating unique and evocative artwork. The artwork represents the interpretation and transformation of shadow materials through artistic techniques. Art prompts encourage exploration and experimentation with shadow materials to develop creative artwork. Movement exercises can be employed to express and release shadow material. Specific movement sequences target the physical manifestation of suppressed emotions and unconscious patterns. Through conscious physical expression, individuals can gain awareness and control over their shadow aspects. The goal is to transform negative patterns into positive energy through intentional physical action. Soundscapes can be created to represent shadow material. Shadow material is explored through auditory representation. The process involves translating abstract concepts into tangible sound textures. Sound textures are layered to create a rich and immersive auditory experience. The goal is to create an auditory landscape that evokes the feeling of shadow material. Shadow work involves exploring unconscious aspects of the personality through specific storytelling prompts. Storytelling prompts serve as a tool to bring hidden or repressed emotions and experiences to the surface. These prompts facilitate a deeper understanding of one's shadow self by encouraging creative expression and introspection. Through consistent practice, shadow storytelling prompts can lead to greater self-awareness and personal integration. Shadow play involves manipulating light and objects to create projected silhouettes. Different object shapes and light angles produce varied shadow forms and effects. The distance between the object and the light source affects the size and clarity of the shadow. Multiple light sources can create overlapping and complex shadow patterns. Color filters can be used to add depth and visual interest to shadow play performances. Affirmations can be used as a tool to integrate shadow material into conscious awareness. Shadow integration involves acknowledging and accepting aspects of the self that are often repressed or denied. The process of integration brings unconscious elements into conscious understanding. Affirmations facilitate the integration process by providing positive statements that challenge negative self-perceptions. Consistent practice with affirmations can lead to a more balanced and authentic sense of self. Through affirmations, individuals can embrace their whole selves, including both positive and challenging aspects. Mantras can be used as tools to facilitate the acceptance and integration of shadow material. Shadow acceptance involves acknowledging and embracing the parts of oneself that are often repressed or disowned. Repeating specific affirmations can help to reframe negative self-perceptions and foster self-compassion. The process of shadow work aims to bring unconscious aspects of the personality into conscious awareness. Integration of shadow material can lead to greater wholeness, authenticity, and psychological well-being. Consistent practice of shadow acceptance mantras can promote self-understanding and emotional resilience. Shadow awareness techniques aim to increase recognition and understanding of one's shadow material. Techniques involve introspection and self-reflection to identify disowned or repressed aspects of the self. Journaling can be used to document and analyze recurring patterns or themes within shadow material. Active imagination allows for direct engagement and dialogue with personified aspects of the shadow. Shadow transformation involves converting negative aspects into positive qualities. Specific methods facilitate the transformation of shadow material. Acknowledging and understanding shadow aspects is the first step in transformation. Integration allows shadow qualities to be constructively incorporated into the personality. Transformed shadow material enhances personal growth and self-awareness. In-depth exploration of shadow material involves targeted questioning to uncover underlying aspects. Origin questions aim to identify the initial experiences or events that contributed to the formation of specific shadow traits. Impact questions assess how shadow material affects current thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Behavioral questions focus on identifying specific actions or reactions associated with shadow material in various situations. Through targeted questioning, deeper self-awareness and integration of shadow material can be achieved. Shadow material encompasses aspects of the personality that are rejected or unacknowledged. Understanding shadow material involves recognizing and integrating these disowned aspects. Specific insights facilitate the exploration and comprehension of one's shadow. Examining behavioral patterns and emotional reactions can reveal clues about shadow content. Journaling, meditation, and therapy are tools to bring unconscious shadow material into conscious awareness. Shadow integration involves incorporating unconscious aspects of the personality into conscious awareness. Specific practices can facilitate the integration of shadow material into daily life. Journaling allows for the exploration and documentation of shadow-related thoughts and feelings. Meditation can help to observe and accept shadow aspects without judgment. Shadow acceptance involves acknowledging and integrating disowned aspects of the self. Journaling can be used to explore and understand shadow material through written reflection. Active imagination allows for direct engagement with shadow figures through visualized dialogues. Dream analysis provides insights into unconscious shadow elements through symbolic interpretation. Creative expression, such as art or music, can externalize and process shadow content. Mindfulness practices cultivate non-judgmental awareness of shadow impulses and emotions. Shadow awareness exercises aim to enhance recognition of one's shadow material. These exercises facilitate the exploration of repressed or disowned aspects of the personality. Increased awareness allows for integration of shadow elements into the conscious self. Specific exercises are designed to bring unconscious shadow material into conscious awareness. Through practice, individuals can better understand and manage their shadow aspects. Shadow transformation involves converting negative shadow aspects into positive qualities. Specific activities can be employed to facilitate the transformation of shadow material. The process begins with identifying and acknowledging one's shadow aspects. Integration of shadow aspects leads to personal growth and a more complete sense of self. Through consistent practice, shadow transformation can become a natural and empowering process. Shadow exploration involves specific methodologies for in-depth analysis of personal shadow material. Journaling provides a written record to identify recurring patterns and emotional triggers within the shadow. Dream analysis interprets symbolic content to uncover hidden aspects of the shadow self. Active imagination engages in guided visualization to interact directly with shadow figures. Through these methods, individuals can integrate shadow material, leading to greater self-awareness and personal growth. Effective shadow work requires specific techniques for comprehension and integration. Techniques include identifying shadow aspects through self-reflection and journaling. Visualization exercises can help to explore and understand the origins of shadow traits. Engaging in compassionate self-dialogue facilitates acceptance and integration of shadow elements. Integration of shadow aspects leads to greater self-awareness and personal wholeness. Shadow integration involves incorporating unconscious aspects of the personality into conscious awareness. Specific routines can facilitate the integration of shadow material into daily life. Journaling allows for the exploration and understanding of shadow aspects through written reflection. Meditation can help to observe and accept shadow elements without judgment. Creative expression provides an outlet for shadow material to be expressed and transformed. Integrating shadow material can lead to greater self-awareness and psychological wholeness. Shadow acceptance involves specific rituals designed to integrate disowned aspects of the self. Rituals provide a structured framework for exploring and acknowledging repressed emotions and behaviors. Journaling is a ritualistic practice used to document and reflect on shadow material. Meditation and mindfulness practices can facilitate the observation and acceptance of shadow aspects without judgment. Creative expression, such as art or music, offers an outlet for processing and integrating shadow elements. Through consistent ritualistic practice, individuals can foster self-compassion and wholeness by embracing their shadow. Specific meditations can enhance awareness of shadow material. Shadow awareness meditations involve focused introspection. Increased shadow awareness can lead to greater self-understanding. These meditations facilitate the exploration of unconscious aspects of the psyche. Regular practice of shadow work can promote psychological integration. Shadow awareness meditations require consistent and dedicated effort. Shadow transformation involves converting negative aspects into positive qualities through specific visualizations. Visualization techniques facilitate the reframing of shadow material into constructive characteristics. The process begins with identifying and acknowledging one's shadow traits. Next, visualize the shadow traits transforming into their positive counterparts. Consistent practice strengthens the integration of positive qualities, diminishing the influence of shadow aspects. This transformation process enhances self-awareness and promotes personal growth. Shadow exploration involves using specific dreams to delve into unconscious material. Dreams act as a gateway to understanding and integrating repressed or disowned aspects of the self. Analyzing dream content can reveal hidden emotions, unresolved conflicts, and untapped potentials. The process involves identifying recurring themes, symbols, and emotional tones within dream narratives. Symbols can be used to understand shadow material in psychological practice. Specific symbols provide insights into unconscious aspects of the self. Analyzing symbols can reveal hidden emotions, repressed memories, and unresolved conflicts. Understanding shadow material through symbols promotes self-awareness and personal growth.